you go. There's your manta ray.
Okay, I can live with that.
It's gargantuan plus 2 tiles.
I say we hijack the manta ray and then leave the paladin and the rogues here, and let them fight to the death again. Clearly, there's not going to be enough room.
Wow. We'll see about that.
Well, the swarms are 3x3, but there's only 6 people per swarm. So, you have a little bit of leeway.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
25. 6. Yeah, we can fit them. God damn it.
I've got my dice. I've got my book. I'm ready to start. Is everyone here? Everyone ready?
I think so.
So, to recap the last few episodes of Storm King's Thunder, you guys, having left the Oracle, leaving Harshnag there as a guard, in search of some artifacts that the Oracle told you to get before the Oracle's untimely demise. You went to the Great Worm Cavern in an attempt to find one of said artifacts. Instead, you found a Coaxocotl who was hiding in a jar and told you that there were 2 paths to take. You could go over land to the Storm King, or you could go through this cave. The Oracle also, or the Coaxocotl also warned you of a great storm approaching in 2 weeks' time, and that while the path is dangerous, where you're going, or this place will take you to where you need to go, but not necessarily where you want to go. Moving through, you encountered a great worm, a giant one, and banished it before piecing out into what looked to be some sort of ritual hall. After which you encountered some monsters, got some very nice treasure, and then took a long rest, decidedly ignoring the signs of a possible ritual taking place at the time. During your long rest, you heard what you presumed to be the ritual be completed, only to find, and then leaving your long rest to find the remains of the ritual. Following the footsteps of the cultists who supposedly raised an ancient blue dragon, you were on the trail for about a day, crossing this massive bridge in this cavernous Underdark, until you met with a group of rogues and paladins, and they were bickering amongst themselves. You managed to separate it, and they told you of plans to steal the gem which controls the ancient blue dragon. They seem to be a little uninformed and a little out of their depth, but with your help, they're confident they can make it through. You went on a couple of stealth missions, and after some tumultuous relationships, you went to the city in order to sneak in, only to be spotted by what looks to be a giant manta ray floating through the Underdark, which brought along with it 2 swarms of drow and 6 others. Gilbert attempted to communicate peacefully, but after 3 failed rolls in a row, it was either be captured or fight. Gilbert chose to fight. And that is where we left off, when Gilbert said, "I think now is the time," to Igor and Orcish, and Igor, with one tug, released the bonds of the rogues, the paladins, and all of the party members.
The one tug.
With that, I'm going to need you all to roll initiative.
Cream.
Let's get this started.
Bother.
Easy game, gentlemen.
Let me select all and activate combat. Okay.
Combat tracker.
That is a lot of
Hey!
fucking
Dude. Fat.
Alright. Mood for this is the tip of the spear.
That's a lot of
That's
people
a
in
16.
initiative.
Ooh, that's a 21.
It's funny,
for these guys.
because 4 of them are swarms. That's spooky.
Which one's the drow in front of me? Oh, why are those drow so fast?
Yeah, so the drow are all going on one initiative order.
Oh. Oh,
Oh
my.
Because I find that easiest. Oh, that one's racist. That's convenient. But the swarm of drow are going to roll in a different one. Yeah, that's a 5 for the swarm of drow. Okay, tired drow. 21. And swarm of paladins and rogues. Igor gets a 16. Swarm of rogues get an 11. And the swarm of paladins rolled a 4 plus 3. Chunk, what'd you roll?
2. It looks
A
like.
2. Pepe hands.
Ugh.
Wait, John, what'd you roll?
A 5.
Okay, this is gonna be a time. Okay, let's go. So, to start off, Gilbert, actually the one that faced you is actually not gonna go first. This one's go first. A brief description of these drow. With their Australian accents, of course, they carry with them samurai swords. Very traditional looking katanas. Some longer than others, but they're all a varying long sword length. They're wearing this plated armor that looks almost like futuristic. Like it looks like a plate mail that was shrunken down and then is perfectly folded and molded to match their exact body, as opposed to regular plate mail, which is very big and bulky. They look hard to hit, and it looks like they would hit hard. This drow is going to look around, scan the area, see the swarms going, and he is going to go. Let's see. He's going to.
May I
attack.
ask a quick
Actually-
question?
Yes, John.
Am I attuned to the cloak?
Can you unpause gameplay?
Oh, yes, I can. When did you get the cloak, John?
I don't know. I wasn't there that session.
Oh, you weren't there that time.
Yes,
When did
I think
get the
he-
cloak?
So was there a
while
sh-
ago.
He
So
got
was
it
there
on
a
the
short
worm.
rest?
There was a short rest.
Didn't we long rest?
Yeah, you would have attuned to the cloak during a short rest, so yeah.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to check before I accounted that into getting hit.
Alright. This one, having seen Igor tug the ropes, is going to rush Igor actually.
Good choice.
And he's going to roll to attack you, Igor.
Yep.
Does a 17 plus 9 hit you?
17 net hits.
Okay, I'm going to use Foundry for That's 26 points of damage.
26 points damage.
As the drow slides up to you and in one fluid motion draws their sword and slices you with an uppercut. That's going to be the end of that drow's turn. They do not have extra attacks, notably. This drow is going to attempt to grapple you, Gilbert. That is a 21. Make a athletics or acrobatics check to escape the grapple.
Does it matter?
Oh, it does matter. Well, that's a natural 1 plus 1, 2.
Okay. So Gilbert, you see this guy going in for the grab, and you're like, I've watched football, I can do this. You juke him, and you juke right into his arms. And he gets you, and he currently has you grappled. We'll do that. And he draws his a knife from the other side of his belt and holds it up to your throat and kind of turns and looks this way with you facing that way. And with his free action, the drow is going to shout out in Elvish, "Stop! Drop your weapons!" But the only one person who speaks Elvish, I think, is Gilbert. So
It's a shame.
this one is going to go up and attack you, Igor.
Mhm.
That is a 15 plus 9.
15 that hits.
And that is going to be 23 points of damage.
Okay.
As it cuts you again from this side, from the other side this time. Minus 23 and minus. Alright, and then let's see here. This one. What's this one gonna do? This one's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to attempt to grapple you, Uznab. That is a 20.
Oh, I have to roll.
Unnatural.
Oh, I have to roll.
That's a natural 1 plus 2.
Hey!
Does grapple count as attack action?
I don't actually know.
I believe it is
It's an
considered.
attack action.
So then I can use Sentinel Feet to.
You can.
Cool.
Would you like to?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Nah.
That is going to be a 17 plus. That's going to be a 27 to hit,
Yes, that hits.
and then it's going to be a D8, and that's going to be 12 damage.
Alright, minus 12. Ooh, that guy's health is not set at the right number.
Was that 10 feet away?
He is closer than 10 feet.
I don't know if that makes it disadvantage. or
No,
anything.
your pull still works
Okay, cool.
at less than 1. Is one of the benefits of being in a tuned magical item. Is that it can do that. And then this one is going to go over here and attempt to grapple you, Chonk. Ooh, that's a 6 plus 5. That's an 11. Go ahead and roll a strength or athletics or acrobatics check to escape the grapple.
So D20, right?
Mm-hmm.
23.
Yeah. So it attempts to grapple you, and you literally just grab the two arms and rip them apart and shove them off of you. You don't rip them off, but you rip them apart from you. I don't know.
Okay.
Bad
That's how I
description.
interpret that.
This one is going to go up and it's going to attack you, Igor.
Mm-hmm.
That's a natural one. That misses.
Okay.
Okay. And that is going to be the end of the Drow's turn. Gilbert, you are currently grappled,
Yeah,
and
it's
the
hard
Drow
for
is
me to
holding up a
express.
dagger up to your neck.
Yeah, it's hard for me to express how much I'm not worried about that. Let's see. How do I do this? Do I do this? Do I turn into a T-Rex? I haven't been able to decide yet.
I kind of want to know what the 10-foot square is for, but I mean, circle.
That is for a special thing that's going to happen later.
Okay.
Right now.
Manta ray.
Sorry, I really did try to make this decision before the turn. Oh, what the hell do I just banish him?
Do I just
Got legendary resistances.
No.
Each of them has 3. Or you can use their legendary actions at once.
Okay, let me just measure how far away is the one. It's not 40 feet. Now what the hell? I'll banish the guy on me.
Okay. What's that? Wisdom save?
DC 17 Charisma.
That's an 8 plus their 5 is a 13. That failed.
He goes poop.
Okay. This guy is
Ew.
banished.
Yeah, really, I didn't want to say anything, but it's kind of gross.
All right. Pop.
Also,
With that-
I can't see Gilbert's token.
Oh, that's awkward.
If you reload, you'll probably be able to see it.
Cool. I was just curious.
Okay, Gilbert, you point your wand behind you and just like tap his
Fuck
neck,
out.
and then he's just gone, disappeared.
Yep, and then I am going to move.
Oh, you are concentrating on that, which is important.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to move.
Measures out the distance. How far do you think they can run?
There.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Igor, it's your turn.
All right, I'm in a bad way, so I'm gonna pop out Igor because I feel like I'm gonna need the assist. I'm gonna do.
Assist.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go full blast on this one. I'm going to use 2 Unleash Incarnate, 2 Action Surge, and I'm gonna make 6 attacks.
Which one are you doing?
I'm gonna start here, and I'm gonna.
This one?
Yeah. That's a 16 plus. I forget what my plus is. It's a lot. 16 plus
It's a
15.
lot.
So
Yeah,
that's
that hits.
31. I'm gonna do that. That's great. For 13 points of damage.
Only 13. Okay.
Yeah, it was low roll. You know, I think I'm just gonna do 2 to each of them. So I'm gonna do 1 more to him. That's an 18 plus 16. That hits.
Yep, that hits.
Or another-
I don't think it's possible for you to miss.
Another
With
13 points of damage. I'm gonna just roll.
wait,
the-
so what's your plus to hit? It's
plus 15. Uh-huh.
So if you roll a 5 or if you roll a 3 or lower, let me know.
Will do. Okay, those all hit. So 2 attacks against the one below me, which is 8, 19 plus that's 25. 25 plus 11 is 36 to the one below me. Points of damage.
36. Okay.
And then 9 plus that's 20, 31 to the one right there.
Is that the end of your turn?
I'm considering doing something stupid because I do like stupid stuff. How many opportunities? How many? Nah, no, I'm gonna stay. I'm kind of fucked if I move.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, yep.
All right, so you watch as Igor, with 6 attacks, just bam, 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 bam. It's a whirlwind of strength as he literally just spins around a circle and hits all of these. They look hits. They don't look bloodied per se. It looks like they're hardier than you'd expect from these typical soldiers. Jorva is not going to do anything. Swarm of rogues. He's going to attack the swarm of drow. Oh, I'm so excited. That's a 14. Oh, they hit. Oh, awesome. Okay, what do they do? Holy shit, they do so much damage. Minus 20 points of damage on that swarm of drow. Perfect. Look at them go. Oh, they're also going to add their sneak attack, which means another 46 for these guys.
Another 403 points
That's
of damage.
it.
Pathetic.
Well,
It's 6 of them.
it's a swarm. 25 points of damage.
I like how the swarm is sneaking.
Yeah, look. Well, they all get an advantage because they're all like next to each other.
Ooh, snap.
All right, Uznav, your turn.
Spirit Guardians.
Ooh, this is
Is
good.
that hit everyone? Yeah, that hits
Yeah, except that one swarm at the end. That doesn't
Oh,
hit
okay.
them.
I'm
But
gonna roll
everyone
one
else.
for all of them. That's a 3. They fail.
Oh, perfect. Okay, that's not bad. 21 damage
Wow. Okay, that's
out of
pretty
a
fucking
possible
good.
24.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's
21 points
premium.
of damage. Wow. You the spirit of Bonzu comes out and protects you all as it leaps out and smashes into them. Actually, does a fair bit of damage to the swarm of drow as well over there. Uznab, you still have a thing, right? The bonus action.
Yeah, I don't really have those.
Okay, fair enough. Chad, it's your turn.
So out of curiosity, if I were to fly in the square above where our dear friend Igor is,
Yeah.
can I attack from there?
Yeah, you have a 10-foot reach, so yeah, you'd be able to attack the square diagonally from there.
So I
can't see
could
him.
stand here and hit all these people.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you can do that.
Cool.
Yeah, and you haven't left that one's attack range, so yeah, you're good.
All right. I'm gonna put an elevation on myself later. Anyways, which one looks worse for wear?
They all look pretty evenly worse. The ones that Igor hit, these 3, are the ones that look worse than the other 2, but they all look pretty even.
Okay, gotcha. I'll start with the one Igor hit.
I hit them all, by the way.
Or I'll start with the this one, the one you hit first. Okay, I need to. There we go. Okay, that is going to be. I'm assuming above 20 is fine.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, they both hit. And D8s.
Keep putting them, like, I keep making them higher and higher AC, but it just doesn't matter. Everyone still hits them anyway.
That's why I stopped hitting things and started casting spells.
Oh yeah, poor Uznab. Left behind with the +1 mace.
That is 17 damage to him, and can he make
Okay.
a DC 17 Constitution saving throw?
Oh, he would love to make a Constitution saving throw. That's a natural 20.
Oh, jeez.
Fine.
All right, well, I'm still gonna punch him twice.
All right, fair enough, fair enough.
Although
I would
that
say
is a
he's
closer
looking bloodied
range.
now that you've punched him, or you slapped him with your stick.
On my shtick. Let's do that. And then that's going to be above 20 for each of them. And that's going to be 2 6s. And this has been too long. I can't find these.
What is
12. That's 20 points of damage.
to the same guy?
Yep.
Okay, 20 points of damage. Yeah, no, you smacked him good. Still up though.
Yeah, that's a leg up.
Okay. Swarm of Paladins is gonna go. They're going to attack the Swarm of Drow. Ooh, that's a 5. They miss. Ooh, Pepe hands. Okay. That's it for the Swarm of Paladins. Swarm of Drow are gonna go. Ooh, that's a 5. They miss too. Great, great. Everyone's rolling good. And that's an 18 for the second Swarm of Drow. That's much better. They're gonna hit the rogues for 26 points of damage.
Pathetic. Jesus
Rogues do not have
Christ.
a lot of health.
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge. No, they don't have that move.
Ah, pathetic. Worthless.
And yeah, that's gonna be their move set. Coming to Chonk at the bottom of the initiative order.
Premium.
Pepe hands.
Chunk.
Who has the Beats of Force on them?
They would be in the bag of holding if no one said they have them.
Yeah, so I think I do.
Okay. And the bag of holding is just on his power, on his
Yes.
spell, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Beats of Force, yeah.
Okay. Can I reach over into the bag of holding? Is he close enough for that? No.
Yeah, so you're diagonal, so I'd say you can.
Okay.
It would be. It's a
I believe
Yeah, we'll
it is
say
an
it's an
action. It's an action.
It's an action.
Yeah,
Okay, so
retrieving
it's
an
an action
item.
to pull out an item from the bag of holding.
But it magically comes what you ask for, though, I believe.
Yes, I think that's how it works. That's how I'm gonna say it.
Action to throw the Beats of Force. Eek.
It's true.
That's unfortunate. Okay, I'm just gonna disengage.
Okay.
Who looks the most bloodied? Is it this fellow?
Yeah, it's the one that's been wailed on by both Igor and Chad.
All right, let me shoot him.
Okay, give me a roll.
Um,
And you do have sneak attack because he's engaged with your enemies.
oh,
I
yeah.
hit collaterals.
Can
Dude.
he get? Actually, wait a minute. There are 3 of them lined up.
Absolute fucking premium.
If you moved over 1 space, I would allow you to attempt a collateral.
Right here.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not
What
sure if
it-
that's disadvantage range for your thing. For your first guy.
collateral.
Well,
You're-
for your bow, because you're technically attacking all 3 of them.
You're within 15 feet.
Oh, and one's within 15 feet. Okay.
Just
I would say
step
it's
back.
it would be a straight roll.
Well, if you could just take
or-
5 steps back. Right?
true.
Or what is the short range on this thing?
Well, short range is, I believe it's 25 feet. So yeah.
Oh shit, it doesn't matter then.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I use weapon as after disengage. And then also movement, so.
Yeah,
Alright.
okay.
Alright,
Straight roll.
advantage time.
You don't get advantage.
No, it's bad. Okay.
But roll an attack against all 3 of them. So roll 3
I
separate
believe
attacks.
I rolled a 9, so.
Okay. Is that a 9 total?
18?
18? 18 just hits. And they can't use their reaction because it's not a melee attack. That's funny. Okay. So 18 hits that guy. What about the second guy?
Do you want me to roll again?
Yeah, so roll for all 3 hits.
Let's say 18 again.
Okay. And then third guy?
And then third guy, that's a. Ooh. Above a 20. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, okay, that hits. Alright, so you hit all 3. Just roll 1 damage for all of them. You do get sneak attack, since 2 of them are engaged, and we'll say that one's engaged with Jorva. There you go.
5.
Yo, they're about to murder Jorva. It's gonna be great.
Jorva has no
Wow.
HP. She has died twice?
Once.
Once.
Once?
We
followed
got her. We
combat.
almost killed her once. We did kill her once.
Yeah,
Well, I
you
did.
killed her.
I'll take that one. I'll take that one with pride.
Good, you should. You did it.
I did it.
What do you mean you'll take it?
I'm taking it with pride, though. Fuck yeah. I fucking killed
Take
her.
it
I'll
with pride.
kill her again. We have a beautiful jacket. Big ass wings.
It wouldn't fit you.
Yes, it would.
24?
Just stretch it out.
24. So you watch as Chonk tactfully disengages from the group and then fires an arrow, and you watch as it hits the first drow and goes through the upper torso area, straight through that drow into the second drow, hits him through the stomach. They drop to 1 knee, and the third drow, who's not even looking that direction, right, is glancing over the sworn drow, just gets hit with it right in the chest. And with the third drow, the arrow stops, and it's just this javelin-sized arrow that's stuck into its chest. And the drow's like, holy shit, where did that come from? Okay, now it's the drow's turn. Alright.
I think they all need to roll wisdom saves.
Yeah,
Yes, they do.
that's a 15.
That doesn't. Nope, it's a
Alright.
16.
Yep, that's a fail.
You know, not as good, but it's 8.
Okay, thank God, because if you had rolled high, you would have killed it. Okay, so this one, let's see here, is going to look at the gaping hole in its stomach and take a glance around at all of you guys, and then turn around and glance at Gilbert, and it's going to motion to 2 of its friends points over in Gilbert's direction, and then Igor, you're looking the worst out of this group, so it's going to attack you.
Okay.
Let's look at his health. Oh,
That's
I
a
see.
natural 20.
After 20? Okay.
That's unfortunate. Okay, so that's going to be 30 points of damage that are then doubled to 60.
Okay. I'm at 1 hit point.
Okay.
I-
What's your health at, Igor?
1.
Relentless endurance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you watch
yeah.
as the drow slices with their sword, and with its like almost dying breath, it slashes down, and you watch as Igor what looks to be a killing blow of just like straight across the chest. Igor goes down to 1 knee, and then uses the handle of his axe to stand back up with 1 hit point, and then yeah, that's going to be the end of its turn.
I would
It's
like
the
to
game.
attack it, please.
Oh yes. Okay. Roll something for attack.
Let's see if this actually hits. That is a 20. All right.
That is a
Not
20
natural.
total,
Yes.
or okay.
Non-natural.
20 total. It's going to use its reaction to dodge, adding 5 to its AC. So a 20 actually misses. As it
Dang.
ducks underneath your blow, and then as part of that is going to come up and retaliate and strike you back, dealing 12 points of damage. As it
Is
ducks
that a
under-
guaranteed attack?
Oh no, sorry, it should roll. That's a 15 plus 9.
Disadvantage.
At disadvantage? Why?
Displacement.
Cloak.
Oh, because he's cloaked. That's a 19.
Yeah, that does not hit.
That does not hit.
Eat it.
Wait, no. It's a. Sorry, it's 12 plus 9. It's
Oh,
21.
well, okay, that's not 19.
No, I read that wrong. Anyway, with that, it ducks and slices up, and it almost like misses you, but it manages to catch you at the very tip of the sword, and you take 12 points of damage.
Cool.
As it slices like on the tip of your little fluffy chest there. All right, that's gonna be that guy's turn.
I forgot about my temp HP. There we go.
This guy is banished, so he's not gonna do anything.
Dummy.
This guy is seeing that Igor went down, and then with Relentless Endurance got back up. It took some damage. It's just like Gilbert's too far away.
Yes.
It's going to use its action and movement to dash over to Gilbert.
Attack of opportunity.
Actually,
You don't have another reaction, John.
it's attack of opportunity. Is that a reaction?
Yes.
it's a
Yeah.
reaction.
Oh, yeah, it is. No, you're right.
Igor, would you like to
That's
make an attack?
unfortunate.
Yeah, I do. I rolled a oh, what's that number? I can't think. 34,
Okay, there you go.
and that's 15 points of damage.
Okay, good 15. He's now looking
Yeah, there we
bloody,
go, it is.
but he still makes it over there. Let's see. This one is going to Uznab casted Spirit Guardians. It's going to attack you, Uznab.
Oh,
He rolled a 27 to hit,
no, yeah.
and he's going to do 28 points of slashing damage as he kind of ducks and jaw dodges through the Spirit Guardians and manages to slash across your chest, leaving a deep gash on your chest. That is going to be the and then he's going to use his movement to not be next to Igor, because Igor already used his reaction. Ooh, wait, no, fuck. He's gonna do that with his
Attack
movement.
of opportunity.
Yes, Uznab, you can use your attack of opportunity. And Jorva will make one too for the hell of it. Jorva misses.
23. 23.
23 hits though, even with the dodge.
So I need to do math here. Hang on.
When's the last time you rolled a melee attack?
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
So I think I do an extra 8 no matter what.
Oh, because the sword.
Sunblade.
I
Sorry,
forgot about the
one
fucking sun.
Wait a second.
1d8.
It's a sunblade. They're drow. We're fools.
Oh shit.
Damn it!
Do drows have some weakness to sunlight?
Yes, they live in caves.
Do they get pink cancer?
Yeah, pretty much like uber cancer.
They get prostate cancer.
They get skin
So,
cancer.
While in sunlight, the drow has disadvantage on attack rolls and perception checks. Ha! I didn't read that. Fuck. I'm gonna say I'm gonna retcon it now that Uznab finally turns on the Sunblade, because it hasn't been on because he's been casting spells. There you go. You turn on the Sunblade.
Okay, so I'm channel divinity.
Okay.
So 6 radiant damage, and 26 necrotic damage.
Premium.
6 and 26. Okay. Yeah, no, it's looking bloodied after that, and it turns and glares at you and kind of hisses at the sunlight that's now streaming out of Uznab.
I wave with the blade.
In a 20-foot bright radius. Would it read both the bright and the dim that affect it, or maybe just the bright?
It's considered sunlight. I think all of it's considered sunlight.
I think all of it's considered sunlight. So yeah,
And-
every drow here has disadvantage now on attack rolls and perception checks for line of sight. Okay, that's a big pet of hands. All right, this one, seeing Uznab with the fucking Sunblade, is going to attempt to attack him. At disadvantage, that's still a 14 plus 9.
Yeah.
And it's going to deal 30 damn, they're rolling good. 30 points of slashing damage. As he draws and one fluid motion slashes you on the other side of the chest, leaving a nice healthy X mark. And this drow is going. He doesn't like where he's at. Let's see. He sees one going after Chonk. He sees one going after Goodwork. I think he would attack.
Me?
Yeah, one. Yeah. I honestly think he would attempt to attack Igor again.
Yeah, probably.
Either that. Uznab's got the Sunblade. I think he's going to make the tactical decision to down Uznab and get rid of the Sunblade. Because that's
Everyone is so rude.
at disadvantage, so that's not a natural 20. That's a 5 plus 9. That's a 14. Oh,
Can they-
okay.
Can they even get rid of the Sunblade? I'm the only one that's attuned to it.
I imagine like a lightsaber, when you fall unconscious or if you're disarmed, it turns off. That's how I imagine. And if not, then they could just pick it up and, I think, throw it off or turn it off, whatever.
No, they can't turn it off.
They can't.
You have to be attuned.
Can you not turn it off?
Yeah, no, you have to be attuned to it.
Well, then they're just gonna throw it. I don't know what their plan is. I don't know either. Gilbert, how you doing?
Okay. We didn't fight that great worm on this adventuring day, right?
You did.
We did.
You fought the
Okay.
purple great worm with the guy riding it.
Okay, that was
On this
okay.
adventure day.
The Uber
That
worm.
makes so much more sense.
That's what I said in the
Okay.
beginning.
Yeah, don't worry, he forgot. Just move on.
Yeah, I forgot. It's just okay. So it's times like these when Gilbert realizes he has no melee spell attacks.
Banishment again.
I don't want to do that.
Ends the first banishment for the second one.
Exactly.
Just keeps bouncing back and forth between the two spots.
Honestly, at this point, it might not be. It might be worth it.
So how far does that sunlight reach?
It is a 40-foot radius around Uznab, so it reaches
Oh.
just enough to hit that guy. Fuck you.
Hilarious.
Oh my god.
Gilbert's just gonna go.
He's doing it. The bad man.
Yeah, Gilbert's gonna go. Wait a minute.
No, Mark, you fool!
That is an
Here.
He is going to get an attack of opportunity on
I
you.
look forward to it.
At disadvantage, so it's a 6. That is 6 plus 9. It's 15.
That would hit. I'm gonna cast Shield.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you watch as it desperately tries, like one hand blocking the sunlight, the other hand lashes out with the blade, and you watch as it looks like it connects with Gilbert, and then it bounces off the magical shield that's placed just in time to dodge it.
Okay, that's good. And how is this one doing?
Looks bloodied, I would say.
Okay, let's just cast Scorching Ray at a 3rd level and send all 4 bolts at it.
Okay. Go ahead, make some rolls.
I assume attacks don't have advantage against it in the sunlight.
No. They
Perfect.
don't. It just has disadvantage. Well, you rolled that one.
Well, one of those is a natural 20.
Easy.
Oh, actually, some of those aren't that good. A 15.
Miss.
Okay, so 2 miss, 1 crits, 1 hits.
So 3 hits. Easy. What level did you say you did?
Third level.
Ooh,
It's the second one as well.
big money.
Okay, so that on the first one that crits, that's 7, 12, 14 fire damage. And the 19 hits, I believe.
Yes, 19 hits. Because they can't dodge because it's not a melee attack.
That is 8 fire damage.
Okay. And that's it. 19 hit.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. Igor?
This
You got 1
gentleman's
HP.
this gentleman's not looking good, right?
Yes, that one's looking very bad.
Okay, I'm gonna start with him. That's 7 plus something, 7 plus 15. That hits. It's
Yes, that hits.
for
Wait, no, 7 plus 15 makes it...
20 something.
Oh, 20 what?
Oh god.
22.
Dude, fuck.
It's going to use its reaction to dodge
Okay.
and attempt to retaliate against you.
Okay.
Because it makes it AC 23. That is a 16 plus 9. Oh, disadvantage because sunlight. That's a 2. Fuck, that's an 11.
Premium.
God damn it! Ah! Alright, go ahead.
Let's do that again. Let's try again. That's a 17 plus 15, so a lot.
Yeah, that hits.
For 15 points of damage.
Yeah, he's dead.
Alright, premium. Igor's just gonna move. Igor's gonna move there. I think. And then we're gonna take 2 attacks against that gentleman with a bonus action and an Unleash Incarnate. For...
Alright, oh, Gilbert, before I forget, roll me a Constitution saving throw for your concentration check.
Why?
He
You
didn't
got
get
it.
hit.
Oh, you didn't get hit because of shield. That's right. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm running to the bathroom. I can do nothing until my turn.
Perfect.
Igor got a 8 plus 15. That's 23.
That hits.
That hits for
They can't dodge that.
17 damage.
On this one?
Yes, 17 damage,
Okay,
and then
17 points of damage.
the other one also hits for another 17.
Another 17. Okay, he's looking really rough. Still alive, but looking rough.
Fantastic. Nope, I used my bonus action like a fucking dipshit. Cool. Premium. We're chilling.
Also, Uznab, can you roll me Spirit Guardian's damage? Because we didn't roll for the other 4 of them.
Oh, I thought
Because
you
at the
could
start of their
kinda,
turns, they should have done it.
I thought you could put them all together.
I mean, I could do that. We'll do it for this one. How much is it?
12.
They rolled a 5, so they failed their saving throw.
15 damage.
With that bit of retconning, that one's dead.
Neat.
The one that Igor attacked is, yeah, it took the damage from Spirit Guardians.
God, we're gonna have to break up those swarms, aren't we? We're running
I
out.
got
We
it.
are gonna have to. No, you are just going to fight the swarm of Drow. Don't worry about it. Igor, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, sorry.
Jorva is going to make a bite attack.
It's not going to use its ice breath.
No, it's saving that.
Saving that.
For time to chill out.
I honestly feel like
Swarm of-
she's gonna kill me in my sleep.
Swarm of Rogues is going to. Ooh, they rolled an 18. Good job, Swarm of Rogues.
Too bad
with
the
their
fighters
sneak
have uncanny
attack damage,
dodge.
makes it 25 plus 55 points of damage. That Swarm of Drow, the one the Rogues are attacking, not looking too good. Rogues are doing pretty good. Of course, the Rogues are also at half HP, so
And the paladins have done jack shit.
they missed. Uznab, it's your turn.
I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna 4th level Cure Wounds. First on myself, because I don't want to. I'd rather not.
No, that makes sense. That makes
I-
sense.
I'm the only
God
one that can
bless.
pick people up.
It's funny because I had a bonus action to heal myself and then just forgot to use it. So this is on me.
How that happened?
So I healed 15,
Okay.
and that's it.
Alright. Chad, it's your turn. You're currently above Igor.
I sure am, dude.
Strike down. Kill me.
Do you do double disadvantage?
No. Disadvantages, rules as written, aren't supposed to stack.
That's what I thought. Well,
Double disadvantage.
no point in me terrifying an entire group of drow then, I guess.
That's true. They are in sunlight. I have to remember that for their turn.
Their emotional abuse.
Let's
I feel like that should be against the Geneva Convention. Is it?
What, sunlight? Exposing sunlight to draw?
I was just gonna say like emotional abuse.
Oh. It's there are
Isn't
certain...
imprisonment in general a form of emotional abuse?
Alright. Chad, what are you doing?
I want to go there.
Okay.
And I'm going to do 2 spirit
Go
attack.
back in.
Actually,
Okay.
I'll do 1 spirit attack. Exhausting.
Alright.
Ooh, that's 17.
17 misses.
Yeah, I thought map. Let's try again. 27.
27 hits. Yeah, I can't dodge that.
And then let's do. It's going to do 14 damage and make a DC 17 saving throw.
Alright, let's have them roll Constitution. They do not have disadvantage on saving throws.
Correct.
That's a 13 plus 5. That is a 18.
That makes it.
Unfortunate.
I am going to punch them. That is a 12. That misses. I'm going to punch them again. That is a 28.
28 hits. Yeah, there
Let
we
me-
go.
I think the blue die is just killing me today. That's fine. And then I would like to roll damage. It's going to be 7 damage. Oof.
That is 7
and-
points of damage. Okay.
and another DC 17.
Oh, another one? Alright,
Yep.
alright. That's a natural 18.
Yep.
That's
We're,
really unfortunate. They've been rolling really well.
we're here for it. And I would like to.
Alright. Swarm of Paladins is going to make an attempt to... Actually, Swarm of Paladins is going to come over here. And they're going to kind of envelop Igor a little bit.
Neat.
And they're going to use their special ability to heal Igor.
Premium.
You heal 30 hit points.
I like that.
As these Swarm of Paladins reach over and there's like 3 at once that lay on hands you. And you just soup back up. That's gonna be the end of their
Quarter
turn.
HP. 1/3 HP. Is that
Swarm of
right?
Drow is going to attempt to attack the Swarm of Paladins at disadvantage. They miss. Swarm of Drow is going to attempt to attack the Rogues at disadvantage. That's an 11. That's a 7. They miss. Alright. Chonk, it's your turn.
Okay. What are the rules for collateral hits? I wasn't aware I could do this.
Well, your rules for collateral were they were all lined up, so I said it wouldn't be fun to have a collateral. There aren't really rules as written for it.
So, how strict of a line does it have to be?
It has to be a straight line, and it's got to be within my judgment.
Yeah, Nathaniel's got to be in a good mood.
So, wait, I think I was thinking it. You count that as a line or no?
No, not straight enough. It would have to be there.
Not
It'd have to
straight
be-
enough.
There. Yep, not straight enough. If you
Okay.
if you measure it out, it's got to go straight through the center of them. Them's the rules. Made it here right now. Foundry, it's got to go straight through the center.
That's unfortunate. Okay.
I mean, you could just move there.
well, right. Is that straight enough? Are you considering that straight enough?
Yeah, it was straight through the center.
All right.
Oh.
Shit in the fan. You said that.
Like, these cave walls not exist?
Oh no, sorry,
no,
those are
oh.
divots. They're not walls.
But we're in like the plain behind the city, right? There are no walls. This is just. the
Yeah,
town.
no, that's true.
All right. Let me do my thing.
It's also pretty far, so this attack's going to be at disadvantage. Because that's a very far collateral, as opposed to them being lined up.
I'm also hyped for Gilbert to get fucking skewered by this.
Really well.
No, by the
800
very
feet.
strict rules, it's not going through the center
800
of me.
feet of normal range, and this is too far.
No, it's
Suit
the
out.
fact that you're trying to hit him through the other one.
All right.
Sutel,
they're
they
not
are
next to each other.
45 feet apart. Like the arrows lose some velocity when they go through things.
I don't know what to tell you, pal.
It makes sense to me.
Do I get a straight roll on the first one? Because Chad's next to him.
Yes, you get a straight roll on the first one. You get disadvantage on the second
All
one.
right, that's an 18.
Alright, 18 hits. Just barely, jeez.
Just barely. I also get 6 in the attack, I believe.
That's true on the first one. He's currently engaged with Chad, as much as he regrets it.
Guess it's not his choice.
So that's 1, 2, 3.
Gilbert. What are you gonna do when it comes back?
When what comes back?
Worry about it then.
Okay. 17 points of
Okay,
damage on the
bang.
first one.
17 points of damage, okay.
He's not coming back.
And the next one?
That's 6.
Wait a second, is he coming back?
17 misses. Just barely. Unfortunately, the distance is just a little too far, and you can't quite line it up right, and you fire through the first one, and your arrow goes a little bit to the right, and it just shoots off into the woods. Or into the void, I guess.
Well, I tried.
Alright, Burden Drow is dead. That's awkward. Condescending Drow is in prison. This one is going to move over here, and it's going to attack Gilbert
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage.
Look at all the measurements just come out.
Holy shit. That's a 3 plus 9. That's a 12, Gilbert.
That's gonna miss.
Motherfucker.
Sad. Can't hit the squishy wizard.
Alright, this one is going to move 30 feet over here.
Is it
Chad,
now?
Yeah, you can make an attack of opportunity.
Sentinel.
Yeah, we'll do us. That is going to be a 24.
24. Yeah, even with dodge, that hits. So go ahead.
All right, we'll do. And
He doesn't move because of sentinel. Motherfucker. This hurts. This hurts so bad. I want my drow to do cool things, and I just keep getting smacked.
that's 8 damage.
Alright. Well, he's still alive.
Did I say?
Good enough for government work. This one is going to attack you, Uznab.
That one's gonna roll a wisdom save.
Yeah, he is. That's a 19 plus 5. He succeeds.
He takes 8 damage. That's halved.
That's halved. Okay. He's going to attempt to attack you with disadvantage. That is a 14 plus 9.
Yeah.
Alright. He's going to make his attack. 27 points of piercing damage, or slashing damage, as he cuts you right in the stomach, leaving a nice, like, you've got the X in the chest already, and now with the stomach one, you've got, like, the line underneath the X, right? It's a smiley face.
That's right.
I'll
take it.
Yeah, and that's the end of their turn. Alright, Gilbert, it's your turn.
Is that a concentration check?
You never got hit.
Oh.
Oh, for Uznab, yeah.
Yeah, I did. I passed.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, because it's half the damage. And so it would be 14. You still succeed?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Gilbert, it's your turn.
Once again, I haven't any melee attacks.
Once more, with feeling.
So, second verse, same as the first. We're just gonna run there.
Is he? Fuck, he's in range. Alright,
Yes.
with disadvantage.
Yes.
An 8. That's another 8. That is an 8 plus 9. So,
So
17.
literally Gilbert running circles.
What's the total?
firing off-
17.
17.
Oh, that would hit, but we're casting shield at second level.
What? So you watch as the guy's like, finally, I've got you now, and he brings down his sword in this like Tanjiro style overcut, right? And just Gilbert throws up a shield and bounces the blade away while he's skipping away.
And I think it's time for another one of those third level scorching rays.
Alright, whatever. Who cares anymore?
Oh, okay, that's 4 attacks.
From
Lowest
now
is
on-
an 11, next lowest is a 20.
Lowest 11 does not hit.
Okay.
From now on, all of my NPCs, whenever they fight,
Sentinel.
they're going to have Sentinel and advantage on attacks of opportunity.
Quick-witted.
That's a total of 22 fire damage.
He's looking pretty hurt, Gilbert. He's not looking good.
Good.
All right, moving on. Igor, it's your turn.
Igor's turn. Let's see. How's this gentleman doing?
Bloodied.
Bloody.
That's it.
You know, I feel like Uznab's got that under control. So I think Igor's gonna get into the swarm of drow. And
Yeah, okay.
he's just gonna chill up top.
Just in there. All right.
He's gonna make.
Go ahead and make an attack
He's gonna.
against the swarm of drow.
I'm gonna use my last Unleash Incarnate to do 3 attacks. Get rid of that one. Boom. Lowest is a 28.
Yeah, that hits.
Fantastic. I'm gonna Savage attack roll. Ooh, turned a 2 into a 3. Easy game. That's 5, 13, 13 plus 33 is 47 points of damage to the swarm of drow.
47. All right, the swarm of drow is looking bloodied at this point.
I'm gonna come here and stand right there to be out of the way of that. Am I within 30?
Hero.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to second wind, and that will be my turn.
All right, Jorva's gonna make an attack against the drow that's right there.
Jorva,
Holy shit,
Jorva.
Jorva rolled not high enough. Jorva
Premium.
misses.
Premium 9
Swarm of
plus
Rogues
9.
is gonna attack. Ooh, that's pretty good. Swarm of Rogues hits. What is this? What damage do they do? 26. Ooh, Swarm of Rogues has officially defeated a Swarm of Drow.
Hey, look at that.
Dude, paladins are really. I'm trusting the paladins less and less every single day.
It's not their fault they're bad at their job.
They healed you for 30 points, pal.
Dude, they lied to us. The rogues are just generally cooler. I don't know. I'm
Who's
siding
up?
with the rogues
It's
at
your
this
turn.
point. Let it be known. That's where my allegiances lie.
Do you think these guys are very constitutional?
Yes.
The Drow?
Yeah.
Probably. They're soldiers. so
Have you
they're
been
hard.
paying attention to the stunning strikes? They've been going swimmingly.
To be fair, all of those have just been very high roll.
Because I'm kind of gambling with my life. Yeah, screw it. Why not? I'm gonna cast Blight.
Ooh.
Okay.
Uh,
What do I
which
need
is
to
a-
do?
A Constitution 16, so I'm probably dead.
That's a 5. Plus 5, they fail.
Cool.
It's a lot of dice.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, hang on. So, what's gonna happen when Gilbert, the banishment spell ends and the drow comes back, assuming they're native to this plane,
Gang, bang,
and he
gang,
sees
bang,
all of his friends
gang,
dead.
bang.
Well,
He's going to reconsider our previous conversation.
Yeah.
That's
Honestly.
true. That is the one that had the conversation with you.
Yeah. No, I planned this out. Why do you think I'm doing the kite and run?
I'm so upset with your shields. Yes, he's not.
45 damage.
Holy shit!
Bye-bye.
He's not dead, but he's.
What?
Wait,
With
You're
a
a
blight.
healer, man. A
Okay.
healer.
The man has 12 HP left.
Damn.
After Uznab just reaches forward and just dodges a sword strike that was aiming a piercing thrust, and he just steps aside, just lays his hand on the forearm of the drow, and you watch as the drow, the skin starts bubbling, and it's like locusts are flying underneath it, and they just
He's not a plant-based creature, is he?
no, he's not. Shut up. Uznab, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Chad, it is your turn.
Dude, nice. 28 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, okay, cool.
These guys have a cool ability where they add +5 to their AC.
Hey,
and
I
if
have
they
that
dodge,
too.
they can retaliate and do a half damage attack against the person who did a melee attack against them. But the problem is it's only +5 to their 18 AC, so that only makes it 23.
Only 18.
Anyways,
18, you say.
that's going to be 13 damage, and can they please make a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom?
Yeah, they can.
Constitution, I bet.
That is a natural 18.
I hate them.
Premium.
He's got 1 HP, and he still resists the stun. With his dying breath, he says, "Fuck your stun."
It's pretty great.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to him, stare him in the eye, and punch him in the face.
All right, what do you roll?
I got a 25.
25. Yeah, they can't dodge that.
That's 7 damage.
Yeah, okay, he's dead. Rip this fabulous drow. Live on our hearts.
All right, I'm going to attack again. Wow, that is a 15.
15 misses.
Okay, I got one more. That is a 17. Woof. Okay.
17 misses. He's going to use his dodge reaction to add +5 to his AC, which doesn't really matter. But the fact is, he can retaliate against you. That's a natural 18 + 9, 27.
Disadvantage.
Ooh, because of the fucking sunlight. That's a 19. Sorry, that's 20. 11 + 9 is 20.
Matches.
Matches. Okay, so 20 does hit.
Could've sworn we got
You
him
take
plus 20.
15 points of slashing damage
Oh no! I
for the
took
first time in the battle.
Oh, I
You
have 10 HP actually.
Oh, Jesus. Alright. I assume that's the end of your turn. Swarm of Paladins is going to seize. Which one are they going? They're going to use their action to heal Uznab. Actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Uznab, you're going to heal 32 points as 3 more Paladins lay on hands you. Just one after another. Just like, hey, here you go. And it's like a high five chain, right? Just going down the line. Just bam, bam, bam. 10 hit points each.
They only gave me 30. See, I really don't like these
See
paladins.
6 paladins hit 1 12 HP drow with divine smites.
They blow
Well, they
their
haven't hit a
entire...
drow yet. They missed the first 2 attacks, I think, and so they gave up. Swarm of Drow is going to... They're going to move over here, and they're going to attempt to attack Uznab. Swarm of Rogues is going to make an attack of opportunity. That misses. They
Would
rolled 4.
would Igor get an attack of opportunity from the ones that were on this part of the circle?
No, because he's still in range of the Swarm.
God damn it.
They're going to roll to attack Uznab with disadvantage. Uznab, does a 7 plus 9 hit you? That's
No.
what, 16?
It
16
doesn't.
misses. Alright,
I'm so
well, that's
proud.
their turn. Chong, it's your turn. There are currently 2 drow left alive and a swarm of drow.
Does the swarm of rogues get an attack of opportunity on the swarm of drow?
They did, they missed. They rolled a 4.
Bitch, I wasn't paying attention.
25. Would you allow it if I could hit it?
If you can make it there, yeah. Although you would be
Shooting
oh, yeah,
through,
'cause that's
like-
25 feet away.
Through the paladins?
You're
You would
shooting
be shooting through the paladins.
Jorva and Chad.
And you might hit Jorva and Chad. Most importantly, you'd be shooting through the paladins.
I don't think this lineup thing's gonna happen that often, pal.
Alright, let me just shoot this guy.
Alright, fair enough. You get a collateral on the dead body if you want.
There's no point.
Bounce it off of his corpse. Bank shot.
Roll me an attack, Suta.
skipping
Let me
stones.
trick shot this bitch. Advantage because of Chad. So
No advantage, but sneak attack. Well, actually, if you
Or-
use your bonus action to stay still, then yeah, you
well,
can
yeah,
get an
I have
advantage.
to be aim. Okay. That is a 21.
Yeah, 21 hits. This poor
Oh.
guy. He tried so often to hit the fucking wizard.
Hey, I'm a frontline wizard.
That disadvantage is
game.
brutal. It saved you from 2 natural 20s. Not Gilbert specifically, the whole party.
Yep.
I keep like seeing the number pop up. I'm like, oh no.
Just wait until you hear all the contingency layers to avoid concentration checks I have.
You gave us the Sunblade. You were reminded by the vampires.
Shut up. Chonk, what'd you roll?
28.
28. Yeah, this one's dead.
Ah.
With that beautiful blow, Chad, the one you're fighting, you go to punch him, and man's got like 1 HP, right? And he's standing there and he's laughing at you because he resisted your stun, and then an arrow comes out and takes his head off, and just and the blood like spurts out of the head hole a little bit as he falls
Like
over.
to look at Chog disapprovingly because he took away my temp HP.
Son of a bitch. Let's go kill Chong.
All right, condescending drow is banished. Racist drow is still alive.
Wisdom
Going to
save.
make
Wisdom save.
Yeah,
Bro.
that's an 11 plus 5. That's a 16.
That matches. That's
Ha! They
because
succeeded.
he would have died. That is, I can math. That's 13, 18. That's 9 damage.
They have no HP left. They've got 3 health. But they're gonna make an attack against Uznab. At disadvantage. That's a that's an 11.
No.
Alright, yeah, that's the end of their turn. Gilbert's your turn.
Okay, let's just firebolt the swarm of drow.
Okay.
That
Fireball
is
or
a-
firebolt?
Bolt.
Bolt.
That is a 26.
That hits.
They take 14 fire damage, and then
Jesus. Alright. Igor, it's your turn.
I'd like to take an attack of opportunity against Gilbert.
shield.
Shield
You
at face
think you
level.
can shield past me, you fool? Let's see. What's the measurement on that one? 20 feet? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna... No, I'm just gonna fucking slap the swarm of drow. I really trust Uznov, and I really hope it doesn't backfire on me. I'm really trusting them, and it's not working out.
Uznov, how much damage does Spirit Guardians deal?
It's 3d8.
3d8. You literally could min-roll damage. No, you can min-roll damage, and then if he succeeds the saving throw, he only takes 1. So he could live.
Okay, so that's a crit, a 30, and a 21.
21, they're going to use their reaction to dodge.
Okay.
Actually,
Let's see if they live that long, Nathaniel. I think you. So it's just a straight roll dice, double the total, correct?
exactly. You
Perfect.
you get your final number like a normal attack, and then you double that final number.
Okay, so
Hopefully
that's
the easiest way to do crit.
15 plus 11 is 20. Jesus Christ, why can I not do this math? 26. 26 doubled is 52 points of damage to the
Yeah,
Swarm
they're
of Drow.
Swarm Drow's done.
Premium.
With the one critical cleave, you cut through all 6 of them at once, just, and all 6 of them drop to the ground. That is it for the Drow, except for this one Drow.
I think you're forgetting about someone. Bing, 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 bing.
Oh.
He's gonna
To
go
be
over
fair,
there.
Igor, you did roll 3 attacks against
I
him.
know.
I'm gonna say you used all those attacks.
I know. I'm just gonna move him into position. And can I get out?
Jorva, going to attempt to.
Get him, Jorva.
Jorva.
Jorva rolled another 4. Jorva hasn't rolled above a 5 the entire fight. That's where all the bad luck's gone.
She's got a plus 23 to hit, right?
Swarm of rogues is gonna go over here and is going to attack the guy, and they get sneak attack. Ooh, that's a 19.
Do it. 3 damage. That's all we need.
How do I want to do this? They deal 50 points of damage.
They stab him anticlimactically.
Mob him. Take turn stabbing him in the back.
Like a swarm of rats, they start eating him from like the feet up, just giving little nibbles, and then just a skeleton falls to the ground.
And with that, the Talon, the chief rogue, takes his knife out from the back and then does a little like butterfly flourish with it, and then sheaths it, and he says, "Well, I bet those guys didn't see that coming."
Well,
Was that supposed to be funny?
Gather round, make a circle in this general area.
The swarm of rogues is going to take this side.
do we have any rope left?
I have a lot of force if we need.
Igor's gonna loot pockets while Igor holds down the fort.
Okay,
Alright.
so banishment is concentration for up to 1 minute. So at 59 seconds past, I want to break concentration.
Okay.
Are we
Wait, where was
keeping him alive?
We're gonna talk.
Okay.
All right. It's 10 seconds until banishment is released. Is anyone doing anything last minute?
Ah, dude, I'm checking pockets.
Let me just.
Where exactly is it gonna pop back into?
We don't
It's
know.
one of these spots.
Oh, if we don't know, I think I'm gonna chill over there.
Yeah, you don't know exactly where he's going to pop out.
I don't remember exactly.
Oh God,
It was
is it one of those spells where it's the like closest free spot? Oh shit, maybe we should spread out a little.
And with that, it reaches combat round 10. And Igor, I'm gonna need you to step aside a little bit, as this guy is unbanished. Right there.
Ah, perfect. Okay.
And he pops out, and I guess it's technically his turn, or it would be Gilbert's turn, right? Because you reduced to banishment.
It is Gilbert's turn.
Sure.
And Gilbert, the man, pops out, and he lands, and his sword's still out, or his knife's still out, right? He's in the position of holding someone hostage, and then he takes a second and looks around, and his eyes go wide, and he just kind of backs up a little bit, like takes a step back, runs into the paladins, takes a step back, runs into Jorva, bumps into Igor again.
Now,
And
I know you're a little worried right now, but I can assure you you're not worried enough, because this was actually really easy for us to do. So you should play nice, and I guess I'm saying this in Elvish.
I guess I'm saying so. Yeah, he looks out on the corpses, the dozen corpses of the 2 swarms of drow, and the other 5 that are scattered about the place. And he kind of turns and looks at you guys, and with that he sticks out his hand with the dagger and drops it. And it hits the dirt. And then with his left hand, he pulls the knot out and lets his sword fall to the ground, still sheathed. He turns to you, Gilbert, and he says, "What now?"
You know, gotta admit, didn't quite think that far, but we're in improv territory now. I think you, my good friend, could help us get into that city, find...
We wrote his name down?
I
We're good
am
players!
Illithin. And, you know, we can maybe help your city like we offered to do peaceably earlier, but you refused to agree to. However, I'm sure circumstances have changed your mind. Isn't that right?
Torira.
Your name? Yeah, Torira.
And Torira kind of takes a look around again and looks at you guys with his hands still up and slowly kind of just lowers them. Still open palmed, but not actively holding them up. He turns to you, Gilbert, and he says, "All right, you've made your points. You've killed 17 of my finest men.
Sorry, but you started it.
No. Well,
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, I
Yes.
can't understand what's going on.
No, I break out in the comment. Everyone, did he start it?
Oh, yeah.
Looking around.
And then
Show of hands.
he responds
Igor
in common.
raised-
Okay, I get
Look
the
at this motherfucker!
Now, do you happen to know the sigil sequence for Waterdeep 2?
If you're talking about the teleportation circles, we have an archive in our tower.
This motherfucker.
What the?
At which point the paladin, one of the paladins speaks up and it's like, we give us like a day and a long rest and we'll get it to you.
Honestly, this is what I was talking about. We don't really even need the paladins anymore.
Hey,
Okay, so you have a sigil sequence to get into the city?
I mean yes, but I'm not privy to that information.
Jesus Christ.
I had a nickel for every time someone told me that.
I don't understand why people, you ask someone, do you have something? They say, oh yes, of course I have it, and then you ask for it, and they're like, no!
I said that we have teleportation circles in the archives of the tower. I myself do not have access to them.
Are there any small animals that could get into the tower that would really not go, you know, noticed as anything special?
Oh, there's plenty of rats about the place.
Rats,
but
rats.
the tower is generally pretty
Rat-free.
clean.
Are there spiders? Are there...
Well, there is a beholder right now,
Oh god, imagine that.
and he kind of looks up at you guys with like a kind of an expectation of like a big shocking revelation, but none of you seem too impressed.
Yeah, no, we knew that.
Oh no.
We knew that, right? Yeah,
Yes,
knew
we
that.
did. We literally talked to you about it. Why are you expecting us to be surprised?
You didn't
Ooh.
understand that conversation.
I feel like beholder's one of those words that probably exists the same in all.
No, it's a false cognate.
Bro, you thought he was talking about
In Elvish,
Medusa.
behold a door actually means to, like, paint a window.
Oh god.
Which begs the question why you're talking about painting windows in your conversation, but anyway.
You know, yeah, sometimes it comes up.
He says to you, Gilbert, he's like, okay, you obviously want me alive for some reason.
I mean, to be fair, I also would not be upset if your 17 friends were alive, but, well, we had that choice earlier, and someone took a path that didn't lead there. And I feel that we can do good things together for... What's the name of the city? Thinking... Underberg?
Did we ever
I never
figure?
told you the name, did I?
Yeah, no, we
I
didn't.
feel like we've
Oh.
heard it, but
No one-
maybe not.
10?
There was no
'cause
reason
we
we
haven't
would.
spoken to any people. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no one. At which point the
Chicago?
Chicago.
Cave Cargo.
Torira says, the city is named Oskaya.
That's funny.
Oh, Skya.
Oskaya.
There's
no
sky.
No Skya?
Oh.
Which in our native language makes a lot more sense than in common.
Yeah, you have a pretty weird language.
Does it mean painting windows?
It means the world with no light.
That's kind of lame. You should like really invest into
That
light.
makes sense.
Those robes that you guys are wearing.
At this point, you notice that he's kind of flinching from Uznob's sunblade and just kind of like holding up his hand a little bit and just kind of looking away. He can't really go anywhere, but the effort's there.
If we were to don like the robes and the dress that you guys are wearing, would people look at that sideways and like be able to clearly tell that they shouldn't have that on?
If you're talking about entering the city, it depends. Sometimes mind flayers are sent there as superfluous guards in times of war or mistrust, such as now.
What?
There may be plenty in the gate. New leadership recently took over, as I was telling your friend here. And since then, the city has come under a form of martial law.
Well, we're not planning on walking through the front door, are we? And I gesture over to the big old manta ray.
Chunk, you're 30 feet away.
I scream.
Yeah,
I yell.
he's just been chanting manta ray the whole time.
Yeah, if we went in via flying cave manta ray, like, would we have to go through security? Do we get it behind? Like, what's the deal?
Well, I guess you could attempt to sneak in that way. You would have to land where the king's resting spot is, though, which that would certainly not be a stealthy entrance.
So, if we did land there, it would immediately be all-out war, pretty much.
Well, you would be landing there on a manta ray that was supposedly sent to capture a group of non-drow, and they were sent with 18 of them, and you returned with 1 on board the manta ray.
Well, that's the point I was making earlier. Like, if we put on this armor, or maybe throw some hoods up, throw on the mask or something, would they be able to
he
tell?
kind of looks around at like the armor of the drow that you've killed, and most of it is, well, not beyond repair, certainly scuffed and slashed and burnt, and stuck through in some places. There's still an arrow sticking out of one of the breastplates. And he says that might not be your best option.
Okay.
If you were sneaking into the city with the hope of probably killing Ilithine and, well, doing some other things, how would you do it?
Gilbert just wants the book now.
The what?
The book.
Yeah, we're definitely hitting up that book.
Well,
Wait, there's a book.
The book
There's an
of signal
underground-
sequences.
there's an
Oh,
underground
yeah.
cave system that leads to the barrows of the city.
Yeah, aren't we in it?
Question? Aren't we in the underground?
No, this is above.
Oh, okay. Just kind of pat him gently on the shoulder.
Undergrounder.
It's the ones the worms travel through sometimes.
Oh,
reach
Jesus Christ.
Destinations. It's also where all of the poorest people live.
Oh, great.
Okay.
What's our demographic down there?
Everyone. Drow mostly.
Good, but
Goblins.
slightly eccentric
bugbears.
humans.
Humans don't last long here.
What about half-orcs? Or orcs?
Orcs, maybe.
Great.
Surface races tend not to last long.
Oh, fantastic. That's exactly what I want to hear.
Okay.
So,
Idea.
Orb of Time, what time is it?
I don't fucking know.
God damn it, Vince.
It's day 6. I would say afternoon.
Afternoon, okay.
Let's see.
I don't know if
Was
it's
that Dr. Chunk I saw with a question
Yes.
or idea?
His eye.
He can't see us. But he understands our presence.
His eye. The doctor.
Let's see.
So here's an idea. I know earlier we talked about perhaps an uprising, and we have 17 dead bodies full of armor and weapons. So perhaps we should take some of it with us to arm the common folk in your emancipation of capitalism.
At this point, the Thorira or Toria looks at you, Chonk, and his expression is one of, it's kind of like, it's a combination of, you guys just killed 17 of my friends, but I can't do anything about it, and so I'm just kind of accepting death. Like, if I die now, I'm okay with it. Those are like the two big expressions. The third one is like, you guys could actually help me with something that I want, right? It's kind of like that hopeful expectation, but it's overshadowed by the fourth expression of, who the fuck are you people?
Well,
and he looks at you with this combination of expressions on his face, and he says, an uprising. Now that's something.
Yeah.
Do you know of the political state of this city?
God,
I mean,
there
dude,
was
is
some
it-
local
I would
who
love to
we
find
were
out.
friends with that could tell us?
Is it actually capitalism?
I was gonna say it didn't look like capitalism. It kind of seems like more of an authoritarian, kind of.
regime.
The market
we
still
had a-
looked that free. That's all I'm saying.
We had a free market, and then it was not free. And he sighs, and he says, for the past 150 years, we've been ruled by a particular family of the dynasty, and this family has not been very kind in their ruling, and many of those of us who were beneath them wished it was anybody else. And over the past 150 years, there was an attempted uprising about 125 years ago, and that was squashed quite handedly. And since then, everyone attempting to or saying that they have any grievances against the crown whatsoever are sent to the barrows forever. Sometimes they're executed on the spot. Those are always fun.
So you're telling me there's an entire neighborhood filled with already radicalized individuals? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's one way
Better
of
than
putting it.
YouTube.
Honestly,
And
this will be quick.
recently, the past 3 days, a beholder has taken over and kept the royal family hostage, essentially in their keep.
Wouldn't it be a shame?
They say that they still have control, but I don't believe they are in any sort of place to rule anymore.
So let's.
But this is the royal family that no one likes because they were despotic for the past 150
Well, they were
years.
better than the beholder that's
Okay,
currently
oh.
fucking ransacking
Are there
the city.
any?
Let's-
Whoa.
Take let's
Are
calm
there
down.
any like charismatic leaders, possibly reformers that we could back in a coup?
Any sort of word of that sort is quickly silenced.
But if it weren't silenced, what would these words say?
I
Yeah, who would be saying that?
I'm no expert on politics. I'm a soldier.
Dude,
I
what
care
what
for an
have you stayed
education.
on?
Okay.
I stay in the upper layers and I do my job.
Okay.
I don't know that of the barrels.
So
But don't you
know it's
like
there.
want to free your people, dude?
I mean,
Don't you like get down on like, cause the man is just controlling you? You know,
I
dude.
suppose that is true.
You could instill something in your people, dude. Something for freedom.
I'm not incredibly charismatic. I'm not sure they would follow me.
But the spark is there, and you know what the spark can light, dude? A fire of passion.
Oh,
And that's what matters.
oh my god.
Thank you, Bird Man,
Dude, anytime.
for your words. And you can tell he's kind of losing it at this point.
okay. So you said that if we were to fly up with only one drow as a group of non-drow, they would just be like, "Oh, look!" Then we'd just get into a fight. What if we went in?
Yeah.
What if
landing
we
the manta ray is a dangerous
went
business.
into the barrow, found some of the more physically capable of these revolutionaries, find maybe a charismatic leader down there, because there's probably one of them, because you said hushed voices and whatnot in dark rooms. There's most likely going to be at least one who's willing to do something about it. Get them, dress them in some more official garb, get on the manta ray, fly back up. Ooh, we found them, da, 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 da. And then when they're vulnerable, we strike, and we kill them, and then we steal their book and we leave. And all the other stuff we have to do.
I was with you until riding the manta. I don't think you understand. And at this point, he gestures to, or he kneels down on the ground and starts drawing with his finger in the gravel. And he marks out what looks to be, here, I'll draw it on the map. He draws something that looks like that, and then that, and he does like this sort of thing right here. And then he does this and that, and then he kind of ends it like that. And he says, we fly in from here with the manta rays, and we land here. Here, and he circles this part, is where the guard change usually meets us. Arriving there with anything less than who they expect would be 30 to even more drow on the platform, ready to fight.
Well, 16 wasn't that difficult.
So, what you're saying is that if we took this armor, went into the barrows, had it scuffed up a little, had it repaired, and say, oh, we got into a tough battle, but we made it, they would be able to tell, these aren't the drow that went out, these are different people?
If you had sufficient disguises, no, I think they would only recognize me. There are.
Seems fair.
It's a big city.
I think-
a disguise kit after all.
I meant the armor.
Ah,
I think disappearing into the barrows may be the best plan for now as we learn more information. Set up a sort of base of operations.
Okay.
Find the Messiah figure. Prop him up. Brings me back to my CIA days.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, dude, what? CIA?
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Do you work for the man?
Oh,
the myth, the legend, Joe Budden himself.
Joe Budden.
no. I was back in the H.W. Bush days.
Ah, okay.
Oh, he was that kind of CIA agent.
You'll
I see.
hard, okay.
So Gilbert
Kinder,
tortured
gentler.
innocent people.
No. That was W. Bush. Good.
Oh.
What do you take me for?
Torturing innocent people. I feel like that's pretty on brand for this group.
Whoa.
Innocent people.
One, it wasn't torture, it was advanced interrogation, and two, they were not innocent. Let's get that straight.
We have the court rulings to prove it. As long as we don't do it on U.S. soil, they are not entitled to due process. I took U.S. con law. I have the flashcards with all this information.
We shouldn't kill innocent children, but we can kill guilty children, right?
Okay, to the barrows.
Yes, the barrows.
Okay.
How do we get there?
Aren't we flying?
Via manta
go
ray.
down?
The barrows are underneath.
I do have a pick.
That's
Let's
not
start
going to be
digging.
necessary. If you follow me, I can lead you to
Looting.
one of the entrances.
Looting.
I have a
Oh.
healer's kit.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, you can loot the bodies. On the bodies, you find a total of, oh, of course.
7,000 platinum.
Right. No, you find an interesting currency. Because
Oh,
this world is
God.
completely separated from the one above. There's no standard, like, Imperial or whatever, I don't know, Sword Coast Adventure, whatever, like, the standard government-issued currency is, with, like, gold and platinum and silver and copper. There's none of that. Instead, you find what looks to be, like, sheets of parchment that have numbers written on them in a language you can't read, unless you can read Elvish. But even then, these runes are, like, different. Like, it's not traditional Elvish. It's dark Elvish. You find, I will call them 30 moonbucks
Moonbucks.
between the all of them.
Would you say they are lunar coin?
No,
No, they're bills.
moon bucks. They're bills. Yeah, they're not coin. I think. You find 30 moon bucks. These are soldiers. They're not carrying a lot of money. Their goal was to go out and hunt someone down. Therefore, they don't really have much else on them. And I suppose the one that would have any potential of cool loot is the one you're talking to. 'Cause he's the leader.
Are their swords any special at all?
Their swords are non-magical, very finely crafted, a curved blade design, similar to a katana, but with not that steel pattern. It's not like a folded steel pattern that's been folded 1,000 times and now it's sharper than like God. I don't know. It's forged like a traditional sword, but it looks to be sharpened to an extreme extent, to the point where like even just touching your fingers to the blade cuts you just a little bit.
All right, we'll take 17 of those bad boys.
I don't think it'll fit in the bag of holding.
I'll
You
put 'em on
doubt
my
the
back.
bag of holding. Are they
Mark that
statistics?
down, Chunk. You now are over encumbered with 17 swords. Actually, he's got a strength score of 20. Fuck it, you're not over encumbered.
Okay, how much do these swords weigh?
Each one weighs probably 2.5 pounds.
2.5 pounds?
That's
That's
only like
easy.
30 pounds.
That's easy.
Yeah, but they're really big and bulky. So, and one of them's really long too. It's like an odachi. It's like 6 meters long. Sorry, 6 feet long. Not 6 meters.
Torreira, what are these 30 documents we found?
Ah, that would be our currency. Your gold won't work down here. We find no value in minerals that can be found in every house.
But how does a piece of paper like this have any inherent value?
I'm no expert in economics. I don't think I could tell you.
Gilbert,
Are
have
you
you...
at least back to a guaranteed exchange value of a precious metal?
No, why would we do that? That's stupid.
God, this will never work.
We jumped off the gold standard 30 years ago.
Fiat currencies, you fools! I bet you have a central bank.
Yeah, they do. They do have a central bank. It is the palace.
Audit the palace.
The palace is also there's the treasury department of the palace is what monitors and exchanges and maintains all of the currency.
So wait, hold on. This is a metagame question. If they don't value gold, how much gold do you think we could buy for 30 moon dollars?
Shit.
We'd probably buy a lot. Think about this, though.
More importantly, you mentioned minerals you could find everyday houses.
Yes.
That's what I...
City could be potentially made in part out of platinum.
This is what I'm thinking, gentlemen. We're going to use these moon dollars. We're going to buy a paltry sum of building materials, and we'll go start our own mint.
I
like it.
Okay, so he starts leading you to the entrance of the barrows. It is a good 2-hour walk. And it's directly away from the city. And after like you pass through the mile barrier, it gets all dark again, and Uznab's sunblade lights up. It's great. Okay, that's a good gif. And after probably 3 hours of walking in total, the ground changes and slopes down, and you come across what looks to be a series of pocket-marked caves. Each one's tiny, like at most 5 feet in diameter. And there's hundreds and hundreds of them, as far as you can see into the darkness. There's just pockmarked with caves. And he looks to you guys and says, "Well, this is it. It's how to get in."
You know, if the people... You go first.
Go ahead.
Okay, fine.
Oh god, it's
Okay,
in the hallway
so
where you're
here's-
both going towards each other and you both step to the same direction. The other.
Okay,
This is awkward.
so here's what I'm thinking. So I assume you're coming with us, because, yeah.
I don't think I have a choice.
Yep, that's what the point I was getting at. Do you want to take your armor off, maybe put on some normal clothes, because if the radicalized people in this cave say, "Oh, the fucking city's coming back to us, let's kill them," that might not end well for you.
Yeah, he looks down at his armor and looks up at you and says, is a good point.
Yes, it is.
And he strips off the armor. And
Well,
kinda
Jesus
takes off
fucking
the
Christ!
breastplates.
We could have gotten you some
I mean,
privacy.
he's wearing an undershirt.
Oh, okay.
He's wearing like trousers and a shirt, which is like you're used to the everyday clothes of humans and the other surface races. These are like strangely alien in a sense of like, yeah, it's a t-shirt and like you can see that, but it's like a weird material and it's not cut in the same way a t-shirt is. It's like stops at the elbows instead of stopping like mid, forearm. It's just all these subtle differences. And with that, when he takes off the armor, it unmolds itself and it becomes a standard set of plate, as far as you can tell.
What?
Fancy.
Is it magical?
No, it is not magical. It's simply fine craftsmanship. Each set of armor is tuned to a specific soldier, at least for the higher soldiers. The younger ones get standard sets.
Oh, that's
Anyway.
pretty lame.
Who's going to be leading?
Well, before that, this is a question about what we did in the past. What did we do with the
The manta ray.
manta ray? Did we just
Oh.
leave it there? Did we let it go?
I mean, he said it will find its way home eventually.
Okay. Good.
But
Yeah,
isn't that a problem where its home is going to be back on the thing? Will they just assume, okay, they got in a fight and they lost? Will they be like, will that be a problem?
Well,
Will they look?
you can assume safely that the manta ray coming back empty-handed it will happen eventually. And if the manta ray doesn't come back empty-handed, they'll just assume that they were attacked and killed.
We should leave a note on the manta ray that says "out to lunch."
Lunch break, 20 minutes. We'll be back.
Man, 20-minute lunch breaks. That would suck. Okay. Who's leading into this cave? What's going to be the marching order? Here, let's form up here.
All right.
The cave walls are like this. This is the entrance.
Okay. Let's get the. Who wants to be in front? Does anyone want to be in front?
I
Dude,
am
I'm
barely-
literally a bird. Why would I be here?
I'm barely not bloody, so.
We didn't. Did we ever rest?
Nope.
Nope.
Could
No,
we?
you
Could,
didn't.
should we rest? Could we rest?
You can short rest if you'd like.
I think a short rest would be.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can take a short rest.
Well, we're
I do
gonna,
only have one key point left.
let's short rest while we decide how we're gonna face this
Okay.
monstrosity of a
And
thing.
with that, we're gonna take a 10-minute break. Well, 9-minute break. 8:50. We'll be back.
Okay, I'm chilling here because I want to talk this through. Cause
I'll be back in a minute.
who should lead the charge? Because none of us are drow.
No.
We're gonna be we're outsiders clearly. We could paint Uznab into a Duergar if we needed to. Let's roll some hit dice. Excuse
Do any of us have like Disguise Self as a spell?
Probably Gilbert. I think he does. I think that was something
Okay.
we considered.
That'd probably be our closest.
15. 15 plus 12 is 27. 2, 3. That was 27. 2 more. God fucking damn it. 4. It's another 12. Dude, I'm fucking getting shafted by my hit dice right now. Big money. It's big enough, I think. 9. Jesus Christ. I have 2 hit dice left. Easy game. Easy game. Short rest, we got that back. Indomitable. I have not made a single saving throw yet. Second wind's back. Action surge is back. Oh, ding. So, fucking Christ. We also have fucking 12 NPCs we have to tote around with us. Fuck us.
Plus the boy.
I honestly think
That actually belongs here.
the boy should be up front with one of us. I think Gilbert and the NPCs should be chilling in the middle. Chonk's like part stone giant, right? That's Nathaniel. Nathaniel, are you
I
listening?
feel like I shouldn't be running around with my sword out.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
No.
Nathaniel, just slam on the keyboard if you're listening. Thank you. Jorba, Chad. We should sandwich the normal people between unnormal people. There's really no good
Normal
option.
to us.
There's no good option for who goes first. None of us have high charisma. Half of us can't speak Elvish. Well, actually, no. The majority of us can't speak Elvish. So we're gonna need him as a translator. He speaks Common. Who has the highest charisma? Do we know? Chonk does. Fuck.
But he's really smart now. It's fine.
He is really smart. Yeah, Chonk's taking the lead.
It does like make the underground.
Chonk's like half stone giant, I think is what the shtick of Goliaths are.
Oh, giants.
So we're gonna have Chonk take lead, take point. We're gonna have Elf probably chilling up with him. Igor's taking up the rear.
Should we disarmor the paladins?
I don't know.
Are they gonna stick out like a paladin?
Well, see, here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna like create a protective bubble around the human folk here. So you, the paladins, the rogues are all gonna be chilling together in the middle of the pack. Well, us less normal people. The problem is that we're abstract to each other, but you know, to them, we're all just.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Christ. Goddamn drow. I feel like disarmoring the paladins might be risky. Because it's one of two things. Either... Nathaniel, did he mention whether or not the city actually patrols the barrows? They do not. Okay. So a show of force, to an extent, might be useful. They might see, okay, these guys actually have a chance. They have potential. They have people. That might work. It might not work. That might just, you know, fuck us up the ass. Yeah.
Nathaniel. I have the shield. It is an onyx shield with golden trim. How much is this thing worth?
God, is that like some...
$1 million.
It's a sacred shield. It gives us the right to lead this city of Oskaya. Yes. You want to try some stupid shit like that? This is a good idea. Absolutely nothing bad could happen if we tried some shit like that.
Absolutely nothing.
Just some fucking Shield of Andrum type shit. I'm the rightful ruler. Yeah, we totally could do that. Onyx shield. Where did we get it? Who did we
In the
find?
chest.
Oh yeah. It's nothing. There's nothing special. It's just a fucking dope ass shield.
It's a +2 shield.
+2 shield.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What?
+2 shield?
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
Are you using it?
Yes.
God, I hope so.
Okay.
No,
Fuck.
you just
What's your AC?
20.
When did you? Jesus Christ!
What?
Fuck! My man.
Hey, we got 3 people at AC 20.
God,
I mean,
Yeah.
I can have AC 20 a lot of the time.
we need to get you some plate armor. That'd be fucking thick as a brick.
I just can't. I can't wear heavy.
I know, but we should figure out a way to get you heavy.
A feet.
Yeah. God, that'd be so fucking good. Give him the Cloak of Protection, too. Ring of Protection. AC 26.
I'm using that.
You don't need it. Or do you have proficiency with shields?
Maybe, yeah.
Damn.
Why
gonna go-
not?
I'm gonna go pee. Because a fucking wizard. Loser.
Take the feet.
I have the shield spell. I don't need shields.
Your shield spell is better than my shield, so.
Yeah, but your shield lasts longer than a shield spell.
Yeah, but I gain 2 temporary HP whenever I cast shield.
Wow.
I mean, essentially, it's actually my arcane ward, but whatever.
I want some onyx armor, and I feel like my dude will look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like black with golden trim on everything, and then a sunblade.
Ow. I like how Nathaniel does not hear himself play piano. So I get to hear it twice.
Oh, that's delightful.
But it's like his mic is only picking up the high end. So I only hear like twice of the higher notes. And then like, yeah, I'm only hearing the lower notes like once. Wow, thanks, Nathaniel. We appreciate it. Can we go to Canvas?
Has anyone told Chonk that he's taking the lead?
Oh.
Is he back?
Oh,
Sutow?
He's in the kitchen. Thank you.
so in order to lose concentration
Mhm.
on that banishment spell, here's the list of things I had helping me. Disadvantage on attacks against me
Yep.
from the drow. The shield spell, if I need it.
Of course.
Also +1 DC from Cloak of Protection.
Absolutely.
If I do get hit, the first 23 points of damage I take don't damage me, they damage my arcane ward.
Of course.
So they'd have to do more than 23 points of damage to even trigger a concentration check, and after that it would be a severely reduced check. After that, I have +1 on my Constitution saving throws, and advantage on my concentration checks.
I think it's funny that you said you have +1 to your Constitution saving throw. Like, it's a lot. I really do
I meant to
appreciate
say
that.
I have +1 from the Cloak of Protection.
Oh, okay. You're so proud of it. I got +1. Oh, God.
All right, we all back?
I'm hyped to make a strength saving throw, honestly.
I don't see a chunk.
What?
He's here.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's here.
So,
Where's the drow guy going?
Drow guy's going up in the front. Right next to Chonk.
Here, let me adjust this token. Let's put his name up here.
So Chonk, you are taking the lead. You have the best charisma out of all of us, so you're doing the talking.
Strangely enough, yes, I do.
Chonk, while you're traveling this, if you don't want to roll any checks at disadvantage, you're going to need to take off your glasses.
Fuck it. You really think the entrance to the city's trapped? It probably is, but who cares?
No.
We're gods. Can't kill us.
We
Well,
can't
we're
die.
practically gods.
Alright, who says I should take off my glasses?
Oh, I was just
Put them
saying.
on the second you're about to open your mouth.
Okay.
I wonder if Chonk can rest them on his forehead, if that gives him like half of the intelligence buff.
Yeah. I don't know,
Put him
it's
all the way
really
down on
weird.
his nose like a librarian. If he's looking through them, he's smart. If he's not, he isn't.
God.
Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
if you're wearing them, you have to wear them properly to get any sort of buff against them. If you wear them like a librarian or on top of your head.
But he can wear them like a librarian and then do the anime glasses raise.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Sure.
That would give you
Yeah.
an advantage on a charisma check if you did that.
Animal
He wouldn't be
glasses,
smart. He wouldn't be smart enough to know to do it though, which is the best part.
Yeah, that's the best part. He wouldn't be smart enough. The only
He's
time
not
you would
that
remember,
dumb.
he has intelligence of 6.
Exactly.
He
It's not
can't
like-
read.
Oh, no, okay, if Gilbert can somehow make, like, the bridge of my nose a little itchy, That'll be perfect.
Yeah, no, that's not
prestidigitation?
canon.
You
That
just-
doesn't stay in.
We just get some silk rope and tie it around so we can pull them up.
Yeah, that's not canon.
But it should.
Things around like the edges that you can like pull.
Oh yeah, like a sports glasses.
God, I have some of those. They're pretty great.
I'll polymorph him into Chunk wearing the glasses.
Gilbert, Igor, Chad, place yourselves in the line.
Where are the paladins and rogues? Because
They'll be wherever you want them to be.
okay, so I want rogues and paladins in front of me,
Okay.
and then I'm
It'll
gonna
be like this.
So
Okay.
I should be vaguely center for proper counterspelling in all directions.
I imagine you're sandwiched between the paladins and the rogues in a nice protective sphere.
Wait, what about Jorva?
You think
Eh,
Jorva's
Jorva's
still
fine,
alive?
Chad.
While we were taking a
Stay
short
back,
rest, a worm
kid.
came and ate her.
She is still alive. She didn't get hit. She's fine.
The mana radiator.
Uznod, do you have the sword out or did you put it away?
No, I don't have it out.
Okay, that's
Confused.
important to know. All right.
Did
So-
rogues get any health back from short rest?
Oh yeah, they got their full health.
They rolled their D12 hit dice because they're
Oh,
secretly
wait, that's the wrong one.
buried.
He died.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh snap!
I did minus 26
Dead.
instead of plus 26.
They all died during the short rest.
They all killed themselves. Peace out.
They fucking took the ladder and ran. Son of a bitch. Leaving us with the paladins.
So, let us start. I'm gonna want some deep nest audio for this one.
Ugh.
Actually, no. If you would, if you have Spotify and you want to listen in, we're gonna be listening to some Portal 2 soundtrack from the second half of the game.
God, why would you ever want to listen to that in any context? Right, Mark?
Oh, it's so good. It's very creepy.
I know I haven't.
It's very creepy, ethereal. It's great. Sets the mood. So, these tunnels are cramped and claustrophobic. It's 5 feet in diameter. If you are above 5 feet tall, you have to hunch. Chonk, you're almost on your knees, guiding the party through this. What sort of light source are you carrying? Because it is pitch black in here.
The lightsaber.
No.
No, I
I think
think
we have the continual flame torch.
Continue. Okay, so Chonk's gonna get the continual flame torch. Okay, the tunnel curves a lot. It looks like it was carved by like a smaller version of one of the worms, and it looks like it's been hundreds of years of disuse. Right, there are parts where it squeezes together as if like a cave-in partially collapsed it, and you guys have to push through one at a time, Fallen Order Jedi style, squeezing through this this tiny gap. It feels incredibly claustrophobic. There are times where the ceiling dips down and flattens out, and there's this pool of water that you then have to swim underneath in order to continue passing on.
I fill up a vial with the water.
Okay.
how many vials? We should have been keeping track of that. Oh god.
Well, mark that down in the spreadsheet. You got a vial of, say, Barrow's water. Put it there.
He's making holy
And at
water.
times, these caves get incredibly wide. There's one point where the cave opens up to this 25-foot tall cavern that stretches for 50 feet in either direction. And a massive bubble, it looks like, in the center of it was there for some reason. It looks like there are scorch marks on the edges. You're not exactly sure what its purpose was or how it was made, but then the tunnel shrinks back down. It remains a mostly consistent 5 feet diameter, although, except for these areas I've described. And after about 4 hours of travel, because you're going slow, it is a slow journey. It took you 3 hours to get to this entrance, leaving the city. It's now been 4 hours. And it's a long fucking day. And it's awful, it's dark, it's wet in places, it's creepy. You hear sounds of like what sounds to be like insects, giant ones moving on the other side of the wall. But nothing attacks you. And nothing goes wrong. And that somehow puts you more on edge. As you progress, you get to the 5th hour mark when the tunnel starts to gradually get wider. First 7 feet, then 10, then 20, then 30, 50 feet. Eventually you're traveling in a 100-foot tall cavern that continues going in the direction you've been going. It looks like it's been carved out by one of those massive worms, but that doesn't give an explanation as to why it shrunk so suddenly. It takes another half an hour of walking before you reach what looks to be a massive door. While most doors you've encountered in your life have been, rectangular ones, this one is spherical or is circular in order to fit the contours of the tunnel. For those of you imagining it, it kind of looks like a submarine door, except really blown up, right, with that like massive gear in the center of it, a crank wheel. You can't see beyond the radius of the torch, so it's like 40 feet or whatever. But as far as you can tell, it goes on into the darkness. It is massive, this door, and it's currently closed. What would you like to do?
Open sesame.
Nothing happens.
How tall did you say the door was?
Anything we should know about this door?
The door's about 100 feet in diameter. It matches the tunnel.
Okay.
And Tarira looks up at it and kind of shrugs his shoulders and goes, I mean, I've never seen this before.
I knock.
As in, you've
So
never.
what?
I knock.
Oh. Okay. You go up to it and you expected an echo, and there's like nothing. The door does not vibrate. It feels like solid metal. And probably a lot of solid metal.
How high up is the key?
Open it.
The crank wheel to turn it is about 50 feet up. It's kind of centered on the door. And Tarira goes, I suppose this is one of the lesser used entranceways to the barrow, so understandably they don't keep the door open. I'm guessing I've never been here.
So we have a giant gear wheel to open the door. We have no way to get to it. Well, we could fly up there, but no wheel.
We have ways.
Tarira points to the bird person. Don't you have this?
Yeah,
Hey.
but it.
Dude.
Okay.
That's don't just call me a this or a that. I am a him, a person.
I apologize, bird person. Although he might not be strong enough to turn that.
That's what I was thinking about.
Giant strength.
Good,
Oh,
that's
an
bad.
idea.
Fine. Let's see if I can do it. So it's like a gear. Does it look like there's a way to stand up there, or is it literally just a gear?
It
hanging off a
looks
wall?
like if you were 100 feet tall,
You
it
could
would
easily
be a
open
pretty
the door.
easy gear to move.
That's what
but
I thought.
Without being 100 feet tall, it's a bit of a struggle.
But we could have Chad fly up higher, drop a rope down, or whatever, and then you can just climb up the rope and then turn the gear.
Well, if we
Or
need to get me up
carry
there,
him up.
if we need to, I can literally
Can you
teleport up
carry
there. I can also
Uh,
teleport up to it.
I don't
Oh.
know. I
Oh,
probably
that'll-
can't carry Igor.
Igor is a heavy
Yeah, you
board.
can.
Do it.
For short distances, Chad, you can carry pretty much everyone in the party.
Okay.
It's just short distances.
I can
Gotcha.
also turn into a spaceman array, and you just stand on me.
Yes, that's
Can you
what
turn
we.
into a giant?
Has to be a beast, right?
No.
No.
I pull out the unidentified 9th level spell scroll.
Okay. The one that's definitely there.
The one
It
that it exists,
So
most definitely.
It is
I
in a
promise.
scroll case.
Do you think
And
it's
you
true
don't know
polymorph?
whether or not it's inside. You don't know what's inside the scroll case. You just know that the scroll case contains.
Oh, 9th level spell
Whether
scroll.
or not it actually contains it is up to you. But it's said to contain a 9th level scroll.
Use this, cast True
Allegedly.
Polymorph on Jorva. True Polymorph Jorva into an ancient white dragon.
So, Igor, you can just teleport up there?
Yeah, I could, but the problem is that if there's nowhere to stand, it might be a bit difficult. I might literally just be hanging off of it. And if that's enough to open the door, then let's find out, I guess. I'm gonna teleport up there and grab onto
Oh,
the
I
gear.
can wall force and make a platform.
As you teleport up there.
It's like,
Okay. I'm trying to get. Let me get a picture of.
Is it a wall that is like totally like I can't go above it or fly above it, right?
can't go through.
No. It is like it is. So it's a circular tunnel, and
Right.
it is
Just has a door in it.
Yeah. So it
I
kind of
figured,
looks like. I would say this is a good example of like the scale you're looking at. is this image.
Vault-Tec. Son of a bitch. At it again.
But more like it's got one of these things on it. Copy.
I bet there's gonna be.
Fallout game. I've been in Milwaukee this whole time.
Son of a bitch.
It's got one of
That
these
happened.
wheels on it. One of them.
Yeah.
And it looks kind of like that, minus the crank handle to the left. It's just the center wheel.
Ooh.
And so you teleport up to it, and you grab onto like one of the rings, and you hold onto one of the pillars, and congratulations, you are on the handle.
How big is it compared to me?
It's a good 25 feet in diameter.
Fuck that. Yeah, we're. Oh god. 25 foot diameter.
I mean, you could try.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna.
Do you want a platform to stand on?
Stand on, stand on, stand on.
Would I be able to stand on the central axis of the the wheel has the axis coming out of it that it spins on, right?
You could try.
Okay, I would like to try.
Okay. So you poof on up there, I imagine. Teleport. Yep. You teleport on up there, and you are now standing on like the nut.
Mhm.
It's a good 5 feet in diameter.
Okay, so I got a good standing spot here.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
I'm going to attempt to spin the wheel.
All right.
Spin the wheel!
Spin the wheel!
Oh fuck! I accidentally just closed. Shit.
You close Foundry.
Yeah.
Use a turn.
No.
Shut up, John. Shut up, Mark. Like I call out John for that first.
Oh
Yeah, come
damn.
on.
Yeah, it wasn't even me.
18.
God, you disgust me.
18.
Yeah, I rolled like
You-
shit.
Strut. And it's not budging, and you realize now that this wheel is very rusted. It was made out of a metal, and it looks like it hasn't been turned in a long
I
time.
could have sworn I had oil.
That would be a lot of oil.
The grease spell.
Grease. Gemstone, giant
Can
pool,
I
giant
cut
lock.
through the door?
Yeah, with the lightsaber.
You could try.
Do it.
We're on the Trade Federation ship.
All right, so Uznab, you ignite the sunlight blade, and you stab it, and the sound, like, you're familiar with the buzzing of the sunlight blade. It sounds like a lightsaber, let's be honest.
Gentlemen, do you think it'll be a good idea to try to, hire these people to overthrow the government after we deface their property and destroy their door?
Uznab has already stuck the sword in.
I know, I'm fully aware, but like, this.
Uznab,
they
you, you watch as the metal slowly heats up. It's a lot like this. No, so that gift doesn't do it justice. It's a lot like when the blast doors close and he just stabs it in and holds it there. And you watch as the metal starts heating up all around. And slowly, slowly, slowly. And then you're like, yeah, this is it. And you watch as the surface of the metal starts melting and slowly sliding down. And then once it leaves the light of the sunlight blade, it hardens again. It's this weird, like, drooping effect. Uznab, you hold the sword there for a good 5 or 10 minutes when you realize that the sword might be thicker than you thought. And that you're not actually getting anywhere. You've, like, burnt a hole through, like, you can see, like, 3 feet into the door. And it's just more metal.
Okay.
What's the heaviest thing we have?
Let's see. I have. Wait.
What kind of metal?
Probably you.
I have a bedroll.
Uznab, you're not sure. You could make an investigation
I
check.
have
Or make
twen-
a stone cutting roll.
I have
Stone
two.
cutting
Stone
roll.
cutting roll? That's not a thing, is it?
Yes, it is.
Stone cutting. It is.
Most definitely is.
Okay. What am I adding?
Add your proficiency in history.
Okay.
Stone cutting is double prof.
History. That's like 24.
Yeah, so you've never been in a Drow city before. You have no idea what kind of metals they use in the Underdark. But you've got experience with stone and metalworking. And you take a look at that door and you're like, judging by how slow it melted, this is probably made out of, well, we'll call it tungsten. You'd have a different word. It's a very, very durable, very melt resistant, very strong metal. A tungsten alloy of sorts, very dense. It looks like it's something that's been made to keep a lot of stuff out, or maybe keep something in.
Okay, so the question is, do we have a long enough lever arm that we can maybe attach to the wheel?
We have a 10-foot pole.
We have a 10-foot pole. And it's magic, so it's resistant to breaking.
We
a start.
do have a 10-foot pole.
That is a start.
Once
I
again.
think we really don't want to break this door. Like, we're going to want to close it behind us. I think it keeps some rather great worms out. That's my guess.
Okay, then do you think we could go under the door? Or do you think that's just a shitty idea too?
Well, I'm sure we can open the door and then, close it.
Well, see, the problem is that the door handle is rusted as fuck. Like, it's not going to budge.
Do I know grease? Would you consider, Nathaniel,
Yes.
rust to soil an object?
In what kind of meaning of the word?
In Prestidigitation's third tenet, which says you instantaneously clean or soil an object.
You could clean it, yeah.
Foot.
1 cubic foot at a time. You could
At a
attempt
time?
to clean it. A lot of the
Yeah.
parts
No,
of
no.
that the rust would be affecting you can't see.
Okay. Well, here is a mouse if you want to.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you should probably plug
You
that.
know, better to try than not.
What's
That's the best idea I got.
well? Fuck it.
Nope, and go from 10 feet above.
Yeah, we're going to need to get you up there, so that would require Chad getting up there. I'm gonna
Dude, I can do that.
I'm gonna bamf myself back up there just in case Gilbert falls.
All right, you poof. You bump yourself up there. Gilbert, you're going up there too.
Is the door magical?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, I can't fucking do that.
Yeah, you
Sure you
can.
can, you're the doctor.
You're a doctor.
Uh,
You're
Chalk.
Dr. Chalk.
What does 16 get me for the intelligence modifier?
+3.
+3, alright.
+3, yeah.
That's a 6.
6. Total?
Yeah.
Pepe hands. Chunk, you're not sure. You're not a wizard. You're not, even with your intelligence, detecting magical things is more of Gilbert's specialty. You don't
I mean, see
think
if
so.
this.
It's probably not magical. It's not magical in the sense that, like, your glasses are magical, but that's as far as you get.
Good
Gilbert, you are prestidigitationing the door handle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
That's
pew,
gonna be
pew,
a while.
pew, 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 pew. It's
It's
one
6
action for every cubic foot.
One action for every cubic foot. Yeah, so it after, we'll say a good 5 to 10 minutes, you've cleaned off the rust from all of the relevant door parts that you can see, and some that you kind of guessed at, where it's like the hinge or the center where the door handle turns. You clean that off to your best of your ability. It looks pretty sparkly now. Nice shiny, kind of dull silver.
Alright.
Do we think a very sudden application of lots and lots of pounds of force might be enough to unloosen the door handle?
Only one way to find out.
Okay, I think what we should do is I hold on to it and then polymorph into a T-Rex.
Okay, that works too.
Or
So-
if you folks want to try first, that's probably
What is the
better idea.
plan
Let's-
for you polymorphing into a T-Rex?
No, let's. You want to let me just try first, and if it doesn't work, maybe
Yes.
let's
Yes,
try
I
that.
do.
Chonk, you can assist Igor if you want.
I
In
assist-
How's Chonk getting
moving
up
this.
here? We had Chonk up here as well.
Yeah, so Chonk's there with you. You get an advantage on the roll, Igor. Because Chonk's helping you. You both take either side of the
29.
center, like, pillar. 29. Okay. Not quite a 30.
No, that's a 19.
And you try yanking it. And with that, you and you put your full force into it, and you're pressing as hard as you can, and you hope you're turning it the right way, right, Lefty Lucy?
Hey, okay, we know, I know about torque. I know about right hand rule, okay?
I know. Well, just saying, drow engineering. Maybe it's backwards.
Oh, the different convention. Oh no.
They all use the metric system except for Celsius. They use Fahrenheit. But with that 29, you are able to, in the belt of giant strength, Igor, you watch as it glows brightly, and it seems as if you're not able to do it. The door's just not budging, and then you watch as a tiny, tiny tear starts in the belt of giant strength.
What?
And just a little bit of tearing. Not enough to, create any lasting damage, but just a little tear. And with that, the door suddenly, the handle swings abruptly, throwing all of you off balance. You have to kind of catch yourselves on the pillar. But it feels as if the door might be able to move easily now. And with a little help from Gilbert and standing on that central nut and help from Chonk, you're able to slowly rotate the wheel. And you get a good 5, 6, a dozen revolutions before the wheel stops. And you think you've opened the door.
Alright,
Very nice.
let's find out. God, what if this was just war in prison and our fucking Thrall friend is gonna fucking get us
Dude,
8?
who's not? We were so useful.
Yes,
None of you
I
ever
tried.
None of you ever rolled insight on Torio.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
He's scared enough to not lie.
That's what you think. All right.
Yep.
And with that, so when you popped open the door, right? You finished the revolution. The door kind of swung open a little bit, enough where you can tell where the hinge is and where the opening part is. And you grab the edge of the door and you drag it. And for something so massive, it swings quite well. It is very well balanced, if a bit rusted. But you hear this awful metal on metal sound as it like nails on a chalkboard as it swings open. And you guys, because it's so dark, you can't actually see anywhere into the tunnel. And so you swing open the door wide enough to fit in, and you hop up onto the rim of the door edge, right? The frame of the door. And you realize that behind this door is a solid wall of rock.
God.
And you look around, you're like, what the fuck? And then you look down, and at the bottom of the door, at the bottom of the door frame, is a tiny, what looks to be 6 foot tall, regular, rectangle-sized door. It's got a little door handle on it.
Neat.
Absolutely anti-worm door.
Did we just not see the 6-foot door?
No, it was behind the door you opened.
It was behind. Okay.
Yeah, it opened into that.
Okay.
So, go through and close the big door behind us.
Are we sure? Because, if we close behind us, there's a good chance we won't be able to open it again. Or will we even be able to lock it from behind us? Does it really need
Now
to be
that-
locked? Who the fuck
Now
knows?
that you are looking at it from the inside, so there's a bit of a gap. It's not like going through, it's not like closing the door would smush you against the wall. There's about 10-foot gap between the door frame and the wall itself. So you could close the door behind you without issue. The only problem is you look at the door from behind, and it's got that convex design, right, of the bubble. There's no handle or anything. There's
So
no
we have-
locking mechanism at all. From what you
So
can
we're
tell.
walking into the bad place.
We're walking into, a vault.
You
a
think that
prison.
maybe it wasn't built to keep worms out, but to keep something else in.
People.
Oh, to keep the poor people in. It's a peasant door.
It's a gulag. Yeah. Alright.
So then shouldn't we keep the door open? That would seem to make no sense.
Yeah, I feel like if we close the door, we're not going to be able to open it again.
My vote's for keeping it open.
I agree.
I can't argue with the doctor.
Okay. So do you guys go to the tiny door?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you attempt to open it?
At this point, what is our drow friend doing? Does he look happy? Does he look?
It's kind of sullen.
Can I
Same
roll
expression he's
insight on
been.
that?
Yeah, you can roll insight on that.
17, your friend's dying will do that.
That's going to be a 19.
Oh. Oh, it's one of these. It's been so long.
It's a whisper.
Today's sponsor is Good Eats. Watch Good Eats to learn how to cook
God.
good food.
No, today's sponsor is Alton Brown in general. Just
Alton Brown in general.
Yeah, thank you,
Tuesday
Alton.
Night quarantine kitchens.
gotta love
God
Quarantine
bless.
Kitchen. Alton Brown, just a treasure. Thank you, Alton, for sponsoring the show. We always appreciate it. Good stuff. Eat good food. Good eats.
Perfect timing.
Did we finish? Did we come back just as Gilbert's advertising song ended?
Yes.
Yeah, you missed that drill.
Excellent.
Sorry.
Yeah. So who's opening the door first?
Is there a trap?
Gilbert, roll me an investigation check.
I'd
Actually, I
love
already
to.
used investigation perception. Roll me a history check for checking for traps.
It's all the same.
Going through trap history.
God, this is King Leopold III's trap. That's a 20.
You've run into
Modified.
this trap before. It's a regular door. It's not.
Okay, cool.
The best kind of trap.
That you know.
The psychological
Don't get your
trap.
fingers stuck in the hinges.
Let's
It
pop this
hurts.
bad boy open.
Let's just take the hinges off. They're clearly a threat. Just take the hinges off, we'll pick up the door and move it out of the way, and then
Let's
put it
see
back
our
in place.
Hinges.
All right. So one of you opens the door. It is unlocked, and it swings open to the inside, and it's dark through. It's still fucking dark, as far as you can tell.
All right.
Dark vision see anything else, or is it just cave?
It's just cave.
Cave.
It looks very similar to where you were traveling before you entered the door.
exciting.
And as you all go through, as the last of you go through, so Igor, as you're heading towards the door, you hear, and you watch as you turn around, and the door, the massive one, is now slowly closing behind you.
Fair is fair.
And then you hear the and from what you can presume, the door has closed and locked behind you.
Told you, we should have just gone around the door. Should have just gone around. Well, less worried
We
than
still
we'd be able
can,
to
don't
get out.
worry.
Dude, we could have put a doorstop there.
I feel like the door would have crushed it.
Use Dwarf as a doorstop.
Oh god.
Yeah,
No.
just use her mangled corpse. It'll prevent the locking actuation. It'll be fine. Fuck it, let's go. Only way forward is forward.
Moving on.
Okay. So you go past this massive door. The door, the wooden or the small rectangle door closes behind you as well. And it's more cave for the next 10 minutes of walking. And then you round a corner, which is weird because since you got into this massive like 100-foot diameter cave, that's the first time it's actually changed directions. But you round a corner in the cave, and you come across. You stop at a cliff, essentially, and you can see a cliff in front of you because all of a sudden the cavern's brightly lit. Not in the sense of sunlight, but
Excuse me.
there's like bioluminescent lights everywhere. This beautiful cacophony and symphony of these orange and blue and soft yellows and greens. It looks like an underwater coral with how much it just glows with all these different colors. It stretches on for miles and miles and miles, and it looks like this weird combination of like Deep Rock Galactic cave generation, where it's like a bunch of spires in like, it almost looks like if you look at maps of galaxies, right, where it shows the veins of the universe, where all of the galaxies are clustered together and they're all like in these, they form these like blood vessel like kind of connections or like brain neurons. That's the kind of vibe you get with the cave connections, right? They're solid ground with these open spaces around it. And on these spaces, it looks to be hundreds of thousands of millions of houses of varying types of construction, architecture, from places you recognize, places you've never seen before. Some houses look pretty nice. They have like yards. Some of them look like skyscrapers stacked on top of each other of just like the worst housing you could possibly imagine. This is the Barrows. It is a culmination of hundreds of thousands of people living in a massive underground space in poverty.
Are any of the houses made out of gold?
Not that you can tell.
God.
They all look to be made out of the same material of this like stone that is comprising of the entirety of the underground. Right now, you're standing at the precipice of a cliff that goes down probably 100 feet. Probably 500 to 1,000 feet. And it just like the cave mouth opens up into this massive cavern. What would you like to do?
Okay, question for everyone.
Make some friends.
How brash do we want to be about the fact that we're going to try to overthrow the government?
Well, considering that this is a bunch of poor people, not hide it.
Considering we're in a time crunch. We can't take long.
Like, do we want to, like, ring the bell in the town square and be like, hey, folks, we're gonna go overthrow the government. Let's get some armor, let's go kill some fucking beholder. Let's not to mention the beholder, actually. They probably don't know about that yet.
Want to spend like a few hours just trying to figure out if there's some sort of leader down here and talk to them first? And if that doesn't work, then go all town square, hear ye, hear ye.
I do think that's a good idea, because we definitely are going to want to spend the night here at least.
Second, my dog fell down the stairs.
So I'm assuming we do a little sleuthing around for the night, and then if we can't find a strong, specific leader, we just go to the town square in the morning and say, hey, we're going to go attack them.
She's fine.
What time is it?
Orb!
It's, you touch the orb, it is evening time. It's around dinner time. About 6 o'clock.
So we do a couple sleuthing for a couple hours, and then in the morning, go hear ye, hear ye.
Yes.
Fantastic. There's probably not a fucking inn in here. Like, honestly, they probably don't get a lot of visitors. Where the
They
fuck
probably
are you?
lock their doors.
No, they probably don't lock their doors. They
It's
probably all
awfully
know each other.
chilly in here.
Oh, dear lord.
I think it's quite
To which Toria comes out and he's like, it's actually quite warm.
Nah,
The
fuck it.
geothermal vents of the region.
We all stare at him.
What, was this something I said?
Yes. So, how do we want to do this? Is there, like... Can we get a crude map of what we're looking at? Like a...
Yeah, I can sketch one up.
Yeah,
In a second.
so, like, I assume we're on a cliff, like up here.
Yeah. First order of business, though, is figuring out how much gold we can get for a moon buck.
Oh, well, no. Well, I think if they probably don't have a lot of gold down here.
Yeah, I think that's the main city.
We're definitely, like, on our way out is when we're going to trade all of our moonbucks, because we're probably going to need the moonbucks to buy, like, equipment and shit, maybe, if they have equipment to buy.
Yeah.
And we're just going to buy bulk bars of gold and or platinum. God, the trade goods sections of chapter whatever it is underutilized, in my opinion. Chapter 5. Trade goods. Oh, yeah. Let's get ourselves a fucking square yard of silk, baby. Ooh, worth 10 gold pieces, baby. Ooh.
Hey.
There's not a lot of melee spell attacks for wizards.
Shocking grasp.
Yeah. Shocking Grasp, the Blade Brothers, and then not another one till 3rd level.
There's not Flame Blade?
Yeah, the Blade Brothers.
No, not Green Flame Blade. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a spell just called Flame Blade, or Shadow Blade.
For a wizard. You got Vampiric Touch, Faithful Hound, Steel Wind Strike, Mordenkainen's Sword, and Blade of Disaster.
Shadow Blade, Wizard.
What?
Flame Blade. Druid. Flame Blade's Druid. Wild. Shadow Blade, 2nd level. Illusion. Xanathar's Guide. It
Wizard
has...
spells that have a melee attack type on D&D Beyond disagree. Interesting.
It's not a melee attack, it summons a blade that you use.
Oh, okay.
I believe you can attack using your thingamajig. Oh yeah, Nathaniel's drawing. That's why. He's quiet, I forgot about that. I don't... Sword attack, dim light, darkness. I don't know if you use your... You don't. You can use Strength or Dex, has the Light and Throne property, deals 2d8 psychic damage. And if you use it in dim or light or darkness, you have advantage on the roll. Shadow Blade. So you cast darkness. Well, you can't cast darkness because of your, concentration. Flame Blade. I'm genuinely surprised Flame Blade is expressly Druid.
Yeah, it's all elemental.
Yeah, but like I would
Like
expect.
nature, man.
I know, but I don't know. I think it would make sense to have on like some other ones as well.
Okay, so the left is what you guys see as you're standing at the precipice of the cliff, and the right is kind of a general layout of what it kind of looks like from a bird's eye view. All of these different
My view.
branching like arteries, these branching
Where is
blood
this?
vessels.
It's in Discord.
Discord.
Oh, okay.
It's in the Discord. All of these branching paths overlap each other, and some reach up and connect, and others dive down and connect to the ground. There is a ground level, and you can tell that's where most of is a huge amount of population density is in the ground. As far as you can tell, the cavern's about 25 miles wide.
Do they?
It's like, yeah,
Do they build up or do they build in?
they build all over.
Okay.
It looks like there are houses hanging from these things, like they built upside down, and there are houses on top, houses on the side. It honestly looks like everywhere you could build, they did. There are some houses built into the columns of the stone, and on the ground level, they're all built up as a small town. Not high rises. Most of them are one-story buildings. The exception being on some of the ground level parts, like near the columns and the pillars that rise up. They build like on top of that, like they're piling on almost.
Is there any clear house that's like, hey, the mayor lives here?
I mean, from what you can tell, it gets denser the farther in you go. Towards it's a roughly circular chamber, massive but circular. As far as you can tell, it gets denser the more in you go.
Would you describe it as a
but
town
you're-
or a city?
It's a city. It's massive. There's probably over 100,000 people here.
Okay.
Probably more than that.
Well, keep on moving until we see something interesting.
Keep on keeping on, gentlemen. Let's go.
Well, the first thing to conquer is a 500-foot drop straight down.
Dude, not even a lie.
What's
The-
that?
Oh,
Not even
it's just
stressors.
500 feet, dude.
There are no stairs or anything like that. It's just.
Is it a straight drop off or is it slope?
It's a straight drop off.
Damn.
Ah,
Do I just cave Shamu and fly you down?
Yeah, sure, keep Shamu.
How many people can you hit
You
with
also have to think
Featherfall?
about the swarm of rogues and the swarm of paladins that are with you.
They can all
You
stay on
mean
the cave, yeah,
exactly
do
18
you-
total people, which is what came and attacked us on the thing?
Yes, that is correct, I think.
How many people can you hit with Featherfall?
I don't have it.
You don't have what the fuck? Who are you? God, you call
I'm
yourself
a wizard, man.
You call yourself a utilitarian wizard? God.
No.
Call yourself-
Frontline wizard.
Yes.
Yeah,
With
it's
Shadow
6
Blade.
people plus the 12. Yeah, there's 18 total people.
No,
Alright.
plus the.
Oh, plus the guy. Yeah. Well, no, because you don't need to cast on Jorva or Chad
Oh,
for
that's
that
true.
reason.
Chad.
All right.
Yeah, dude.
It's not a big deal.
Okay. Or am I doing it? Is that the plan?
Yeah,
I can't think of anything else. Unless we just want to like,
Guys, do you want me to check out the hole before we all just go down?
fuck it. Worst case scenario, we get arrested by the fucking exiles, and then we tell them, hey, we hate the same people you hate. I cannot see this going poorly. It is impossible.
Neither can I.
we walk out of this A-okay.
Yeah, literally. Tell me how this goes bad, John.
Yeah. let's
No,
do it.
dude, I have 9 intelligence. I can't tell you otherwise.
Okay, are we going down?
Do it.
I only have one spell slot to do this, so if we go down, we're not getting back up.
Cave Shamu. We can't come back anyway.
Ah!
Oh, that's true.
Gilbert is now a big Shamu.
Oh, god damn it.
I hop on Gilbert.
We all hop on.
What is the sound I made for it again? What was it?
We all ride in.
All right, so y'all hop on. All 18 of you,
I believe-
minus Jorva and Chad. They're flying alongside.
I like to
It's
believe
kind of like an air escort.
I like to believe that Gilbert's sea manta ray can speak perfect Elvish, but
Gilbert, you do know that as this creature, you assume the stats of the creature, right? You have an intelligence of 2.
Retain my personality.
You do?
Yeah.
But you do not retain your mental stats, right? That's
Nope.
wild shape. Okay, you have an intelligence of 2.
So he thinks he's smart?
You are doubly as smart as a moth. I'll put it like that. But you are 1/3 as smart as a giant eagle.
Are you smart enough to know how to cancel polymorph?
Yes, that is one.
Wait, a giant eagle is the smartest chunk?
Giant eagle is smarter than Chonk.
yeah.
A giant eagle is 8 intelligence. Oh, sorry. You're a fourth of a giant eagle. And with that, you guys all hop on Big Shamu, and you guys slowly meander your way down. Gilbert, where are you gonna land? It's a very bright place. There's lots of shiny lights. I don't know what that means.
I mean, am I attracted to light? You tell me.
You're not, but it's just
Okay.
like suddenly the city looks very shiny, and you're not really sure where to land. It's not
Well,
really
I
like a
assume-
big flat spot.
Oh, there's not like a big flash wall?
No, I mean it's covered in buildings.
I mean, they just go down, and once he's like 20 feet above the ground, they can just jump, right?
Well, Gilbert's
Freaky
flying right
Rex a
now.
little bit, but, I'm moving kinda down. So if this is the cliff,
Okay. Yes, that's the cliff. Yep.
and that green thing's the ground.
Yep.
I'm kind of going at that angle,
Okay. All right. Yeah. Now you're just doing a little.
and I'm not gonna crash into anything. If there's like a street I can land on, or like a park I see.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe a youth basketball court.
Another thing you learn is that by making the sounds this sea manta ray does, is how it sees, because it's blind. Why would it need to see? And so you're using your echolocation in order to see, and your echolocation doesn't really work close to the ground.
Wait a minute. How does it look shiny if I can only see through echolocation?
Flavor
It
text.
sounds shiny.
It sounds shiny. There you go. And as you're going, as you're doing it, I'm also happy that both John and Sutao can hear that without the microphone.
Yep.
Makes you happy. As you're going down, you realize that you're getting closer to the ground. Like you can see like roughly the ground level, but it's all just kind of fuzzy because there's so many buildings, the sound waves that you're trying to track, and the reflections are being bounced all these kind of ways. It's like a radar scrubber.
Okay, I think it might be time for zip lining.
And you don't know any of this. You just
You
see
also-
Gilbert steadily descending.
We also don't have anything to anchor a zipline on.
Stab it into Gilbert's back.
Yeah,
Also,
you
Gilbert,
can
you have 175 HP.
It's good mouth.
He can take that. He can take an arrow.
And my arcane ward is still up.
Premium. Love
God
it.
bless. What would we do without it?
I think we need to zip line.
Gilbert, it's getting 50 feet above the ground, and you start to see shapes better now, and it doesn't look like there's a good place to land. It's like there's no like
doesn't see.
streets. It's more like they're footpaths and alleyways. There's not really a main street as far as you can tell. You can try and look for one though.
Are we
Is
able?
there a building top that I could land on?
These buildings are not as big as a manta ray. you are big. You could probably find a couple that are like even, and try and land on those.
Can we see what's
Yeah.
going on off of him, or is he too big for us to see what's going on?
You can peer over the edge, but as far as you can tell, it feels like steady fly. Like Gilbert hasn't changed his flying pattern. Okay, Gilbert, roll me a perception check.
What's my perception?
Your perception modifier with echolocation is going to be at a +2.
Impressive.
Keen hearing.
That's a 14.
With a 14, you find what looks to be a group of buildings that's kind of the same roof height, and you descend down. Guys, you are looking over the edge of Gilbert, and whoever's in the front, I don't know who would be on top of Gilbert looking out where he's going, but whoever's doing that looks over and sees Gilbert heading for a group of buildings where it looks like they're all pretty level except for one, which is decidedly like 10 feet taller than the rest. As Gilbert comes flying in and then hits the brakes and smashes down on top, you hear as Gilbert fucking destroys one of those towers. And
jeez.
with his weight and the shoddy construction of all of these buildings, crushes all of them
God.
as he smashes into the ground, landing neatly on a square of what looks to be like 9 single-room buildings that have now been flattened by this massive manta ray. Like, this thing is 25 feet across.
Yeah, but it can fly. Surely it's light, but I guess not.
And with that, the dust kind of settles, and you guys are on the ground.
Let's start digging through rubble and see if we killed anyone.
Yeah.
Just immediately just start throwing rubble. Just getting it out of the way. Jesus Christ. How many buildings? 5 single buildings, single room.
No,
You should
so
polymorph
morph
into a drow.
It
I'm
was
not
9
riding
it was,
the manta ray, right? So
No,
like,
Chad, you and Jorva watched this happen in slow motion. It's like in Ace Combat 6. None of you have played that, whatever. In Ace Combat 6, you watch the Arsenal bird descend in slow motion and crash into the ocean. That's what it looked like here.
But it's not slow motion, it's real time. He's just moving that slow.
It is. You will note, Gilbert, that your movement speed is only 40 feet, or your fly speed is 40 feet.
Only 40
Faster
feet.
than
Faster than my walk speed.
It's not very fast for such a big
that-
creature.
It is time to become Gilbert.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, let's start looking through rubble, because based on the time of day, it's probably someone's getting crabs then.
I think at least a dozen people just died.
5 single room buildings?
No, so it was 9 total buildings.
9 total buildings,
In
okay.
a 3x3 grid.
3x3 grid.
Um,
Let's start fucking digging quick.
okay, so you start digging,
Yeah. Where's my character sheet?
and yeah, make me a investigation check. It looks like that. It's timestamps. It kind of looked like that.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all.
all right.
3.
I would like to put my head down in disappointment and.
Yeah, no, that's fine. 3, Igor?
Yep.
Okay. You don't find any bodies, but what you do find is a gathering crowd of dozens upon dozens of drow and other some other races as well.
Are they armed
but
at all?
mostly drow. I mean, some of them have crude weaponry, but nothing official.
God.
It's rusty. It'll get you.
Oh,
Rusty
fuck.
looking shit.
Wait, okay. Who are you gonna pass off as a god?
God, there is no... What?
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ! Why are you just standing around, people? Let's fucking look through these buildings. If someone's in here, we need to get them out before they fucking die.
Yeah.
We are running out of
Hey,
time,
smart
people.
man, look around.
Yeah, Gilbert, you can roll an investigation check. And at this point, one of the drow kind of
25.
stands up. 25, good to know. One of the drow stands up as you guys start looking through the rubble, and you hear in this voice that's... Fuck. None of you speak Undercommon, right?
Nope, except
Nope.
for our
Okay.
good friend Torira.
Torira would
Hey.
speak Undercommon.
Yeah.
So you guys hear... Awa wata wata!
Oh god.
Alastangida! Brata setadzizda! Fo! Balakaninda sambi! Arata mida! And at this point, Torira kind of looks at you all and says, none of you speak Undercommon, do you?
No, he didn't. So will you translate while we search for bodies or help people? I'm gonna stand there and do nothing.
And he kind of clears his throat and adjusts his tunic a little bit and he says, I'll try. But instead of translating, he responds. And he says,
Jesus Christ.
Brafandistaga, irakandi bastinda, Bafa uni masakana yuda, see?
That
To which
sounds good.
the other one responds, Dawada mesanda, stinkan steam. To which Torira says, okay, which one of you was the manta ray?
I'm not gonna respond because it wasn't me. So I
It looks like Gilbert is picking through the bodies and he's like, Gilbert, it was you, right?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
yes, no, it was definitely me.
Okay. And he turns back and says, Gilbert Sandin Foka Logida Sinda. In which the guy, the drow, who, for a better description, these drow down here are a bit different from the ones that you killed. And the one that Torira looks like. Torira looks like, if you'd imagine the Erebos from the Dragon Prince, that's kind of the vibe you get from him. These black horns on top, white hair, very dark skin, kind of a dark blue, dark black, depending on the lighting, and kind of like these white freckles on his skin. This one looks much blacker. like a very dark blue, no freckles at all on their skin.
God, racism.
Uh,
I don't like this.
It looks to be a
wasn't
slightly
called racist drow.
It looks to be a slightly different drow. Similar, they still got the horns and the hair and like the general facial features, but it's a different race, you could assume. And at which point the Torira and this drow go back and forth in a pretty rapid conversation in Undercommon. That takes probably a minute in total, and in this time it's gathered around a crowd of about 50 of the drow or
And
so.
is literally no one helping us look through the rubble?
No, they're all just watching. Gilbert, you rolled 25 on investigation. You find no bodies. It takes you a better part of 5 minutes to scan through like the houses. They're not well built, and so there's not a lot of rubble to pick through, and they're very small. But you don't find any bodies as far as you can tell. In fact, you find pretty much nothing. Really, there's like rubble, and that's it. There's no beds. There's no like stoves or artifacts you'd think you'd find in houses.
Okay, so
Is Jorva eating anyone?
No, Jorva's not eating anyone.
Okay.
I assume Jorva's still in the air, just trying to keep distant with Chad.
Yeah, Jorva's with Chad. I don't know if Chad's landed or not.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I will. Can I roll for stealth to see if I can land without people noticing?
Where are you trying to land without people noticing?
In the middle of the crowd.
in the middle
there
of the
happens
crowd.
to be an area with a taller building that is still
Oh,
standing.
okay. Assassin's Creed style? Yeah, you can roll me a stealth check.
Ah,
I'm Birdman.
Aw, leap of faith. It's a haven.
Oh, Jorva rolled an 18. Sweet.
that is a crit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you are fucking Batman in the night. You are gone. No one can see you. Strangely enough, your orange chicken feathers blend in really well with like the, orange bioluminescent algae that's been growing that you're able to land on top of.
All right.
At this point, after searching through rubble for a couple minutes in this conversation of back and forth, the drow all generally disperse, and it looks like the conversation's wrapped up. And the drow that was talking to Torira makes one final dismissive hand gesture and turns around and leaves. To which Torira turns back to you guys and immediately puts his head into his hands and like wipes his brow, and you can see that man is sweating. And he's just like, my God, I hate talking to people. So, I was able to talk to that young fellow. We're lucky. We landed in the abandoned district. Us crash landing is not actually the first time it's happened, so they say. And so I was
They
able
make
to.
an airstrip.
I was able to get by with a bit of attempted smooth talking. And he turns and kind of looks at the rest of you and is like, I suppose they've seen weirder things down here. I've never been to the Barrows. I have no idea what the kind of structure is down here. I know if you lots were to show up on the surface looking like you do, you'd be executed on the spot. But down here, they don't seem to care. Strange.
You said it was an abandoned district?
Yes. No one's lived here for years. So they say.
Alright, we should probably set up base somewhere nearby.
Did they say
The buildings
why?
we just destroyed.
Let's pitch up
Well,
some tents.
all right, so you guys start.
No, we're
Are
not.
you going into buildings or are you pitching up tents?
Oh, well, hold on. What?
Go into buildings.
We have things we need to do tonight, right? We need to find someone in charge. Did they say why the district was abandoned?
The drow like to test our weaponry. And this is the most convenient place to test it.
Oh,
It's
great. So they just were slaughtered. Okay. Fuck. We probably destroyed someone's ancestral home.
well, they're not around to have ancestors anymore, so.
Or homes.
It's fair.
Well,
Did that kind person you were speaking to seem to be some figure of import, or was he just a concerned citizen?
No, I don't think. I'm not an expert on figures of importance.
Okay.
great. Oh, fucking Christ. Um,
He wasn't very charismatic, if that's what you're wondering.
Well,
Neither are we.
well,
It's not true. You've got Chalk. He's got like what, +2?
+2, baby.
Oh my god, that's really the highest charisma of the party.
Okay.
It's a good thing we're not doing like a charisma-based, insurrection right now.
Okay, what's it?
That'd be really awful.
+6 to persuasion. Ain't that bad.
Yeah, no,
pretty
+6.
good, pretty good.
That's pretty good. Not bad, pretty good.
About deception.
We're not lying.
Yet.
Ever.
And at this point, the swarm of rogues and paladins speak up, and they're like, it is very strange because they talk all at once, and their voices are layered over each other, since they're a swarm. They're a swarm now.
They speak as one.
They speak as one, yeah.
The hive mind cometh.
And the rogues go, well, we should do what one of you said, Chonk, right? We should set up a base, an operation room where we can return after a day out.
Honestly, where we can sleep, because sweet Jesus.
Alright. Are we going to try to go find people tonight, or are we just going to set up base and go first tomorrow morning?
Honestly, let's set up our Sly Cooper base of operations.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So,
Sorry.
Gesundheit, who is going to be leading the search for a good base of operations?
Wait.
Probably Gilbert.
Are we not just gonna set up in the
This
pile of
episode
rubber?
of House Hunters.
It will be
Location. Also,
it'll be an investigation check, but it'll be a perception check first, and then an investigation check. Perception for the general area, and then investigation for the specific building.
Okay, both from me, or
You can split it up or do it all as one if you like.
I can investigate if someone wants to proceed.
also, would I have heard that no one seems to be attacking them, and that I can probably?
Yeah, when the crowd dispersed, I imagine you could pop on down.
Okay, I'll pop over there and catch up with the group then, and with Jorva in my side.
I'll proceed to investigate.
I don't want to be too close to a nice school district. That's where the property taxes are high.
Oh,
right.
true.
Chunk, roll me a perception check for attempting to find a good location for the space.
But Gilbert, what about our kids?
17. Okay, it takes you the better part of an hour, but after scrounging around the abandoned district, and you can actually see, like, the abandoned district is its own district, and then there's a main road that Gilbert missed on his way down because he flew over it. But there's a main road that separates them, and this road is like the widest road you've ever, because most of these are like alleyways and footpaths, like at most like a European two-way road, so it's like American one-way road length and width. But this is like a big, like 4-lane main road that separates the districts. And I imagine you're staying in the abandoned district. So after an hour of searching, you do find what looks to be a couple of different clusters of buildings that might be good. And now, Gilbert, if you'd like to roll investigation.
At an 11.
Yes.
11. You think you found a good one. It's certainly not the worst of the 3 clusters of buildings. This one is it's perched moderately high. You can see like some of the other districts in the city, and it looks to be this cluster of like 6 or 7 buildings that are then modified into one big building. It's all one story, but it's abandoned. There's absolutely no furniture inside of it whatsoever, but it's wide and it's spacious, and it's looks like to be a good home for the base.
Is there an open floor plan?
Yes, it's very open.
Open kitchen.
If you guys, Chonk and Chad, if you would imagine our house without the walls and a bit more of an L shape, like if the party shack was stuck onto the kitchen, that's kind of like the shape you're looking at, and roughly the size too.
That's pretty spacious.
Okay.
We shall claim it for our own.
You put up a flag, you claim the structure, RimWorld style, and you've successfully claimed a base of operations.
Can we paint our flag in Foundry?
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. Maybe the flag shape should be shaped like Gilbert's descent, like a triangle.
All right.
But yes, you've successfully created a base of operations. I'll get the stronghold rules up for you. How about that?
I was gonna say, yeah, strongholds and followers.
We'll pull up the strongholds and followers thing.
Alright, I made a square.
For this next section, depending on how you go about this, you can add to your hideout in a sense of hiring people to do certain tasks. The more, if you choose to recruit NPCs, you can have them kind of hang out at your hideout in order to do certain things. And if it gets to a point of launching a revolution, then you guys can coordinate that from inside your stronghold. And the more time and effort you spend down here gathering intel and followers and scouting places out and planning, the more effective the revolution will probably be. But at the cost of you only have 1 week until the storm, supposedly the storm arrives. You've spent 7 days in the Underdark so far. And you're not sure really how to get there. And so it's the trade-off of you can spend a lot of time here, but you're not exactly sure how much time you'll have in order to reach the Storm King.
Well, don't we need
Or if
to,
there's going to be issues at the Storm King.
we need
I don't know
to...
that either.
Well, isn't the storm we need to stop the fucking big old dragon? Is that what everyone's referring
That's
to?
the hope, right?
Yeah, I guess.
No beholders allowed. God damn it.
I'm confused by the cheese grater, but...
And we're gonna call it the cheese grater? Oh yeah, no, that's a cheese grater. Are those birds?
That's my other thing. They just... Okay, so... We got birds.
They're supposed to be birds.
So we got a
Why
Union
do
Jack
we have
of birds.
birds on our flag?
Because we're the freedom fighters.
That doesn't.
God. No. Are you gonna sweep away all the drow in a giant wave?
Ian, no step.
It's a worm. It's not a snake, it's a worm.
It's not a snake, it's a worm. No step. Oh, these are fucking good flags.
So will Gilbert finally become God?
We should pass off Gilbert as the god figure.
Funny story about that, actually.
I can.
It's
You
his
know.
name.
Gilbert Oswald Doyle.
Yeah, and then we have him like assign a messiah, which is like some random drow, and then he leads the.
Is this really-
the
really-
the oligarchy.
Is that really how we want to go about this? Is a false prophet?
Yeah, I
Pulse-
can use disguise self, and it's gonna be great because it's a magical disguise. So when we finally confront the beholder, it just looks at me, and my disguise fails right at the most critical moment.
God.
It's true. They do have a cone of anti-magic. Not that any of you would know
I guess
that.
Gilbert doesn't know that. I'll shut up.
Man, I can't wait for you guys to like encounter the beholder for the first time and have all of your characters realize what your players already know.
Yes.
Man, I ain't stressing.
I ain't stressing.
Do we end on a long rest?
Yes, you get a long rest.
Thank you.
You get to wake up tomorrow morning.
I get
Feeling
stealth
rested.
lots.
Do we get this code to Waterdeep?
Oh,
No, we'd have to go to fucking...
no, the paladin,
Lie to us?
he never lied. He gives you a sheet of paper,
Mhm.
parchment
lied.
paper, that has,
Coupon. One
he
free
says the
sigil
sigil code
sequence.
on it. However, it's enchanted. And he can't read it. And none of you can actually read.
Excuse me?
Comprehend languages. You'll understand any written language that you see.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me look up the
Yeah.
wording to comprehend languages.
Doesn't decode secret messages in a text or a glyph such as an arcane sigil.
Yeah, you cast comprehend languages, and you still can't read them.
So,
Nothing happened.
so we should...
It appears to be magically enchanted. The paladin says it will reveal itself when you need it. Whatever that fucking
Dude, I
means.
fucking hate this dude.
Oh,
Can we fucking kill him?
Harry Potter book 7 shit right there.
Oh my
I
god.
open at the close.
Yeah, there you go. But he never lied.
Yes,
did have.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a
no,
fucking-
he
keeps
had.
changing his story.
This
No,
motherfucker.
he had it. He said he had it, and he did. He just
Yeah,
can't. read
last
it.
time he said he didn't have it. He
His story keeps
has said
flip-flopping.
diametrically opposed. Honestly, I think he's
Foes.
Illithine or something.
You think the paladin's Illithine?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
canon. It's in
Prove
now.
me
I'm gonna write it
wrong.
I'm
down.
just gonna stab him right now with my staff.
Stab him right now.
Can he even cast teleport?
No, paladin can't cast teleport.
Why does he have it?
That's an excellent question. Can't wait to ask that next session.
God, once we're level 11.
No. Although I will say, you guys level up to 10.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yes, because this
Oh.
next arc is going to require you to be higher level.
I can finally add my proficiency bonus to counter spells. You fool.
You don't know what you've
Proficiency.
unleashed.
I hope I've unleashed something great.
I don't think I really
have.
anything.
Poor monk.
Let me look.
Dude, what do I
Level
do?
11's the
One
good
spell?
one, right? That's where everyone
Yeah.
gets their next class improvement.
I can't be poisoned. Wow.
So what do I ask my god?
20, baby.
What do you ask for
I
your
also-
god?
I get a new cantrip. Time to get a melee spell attack.
Oh, baby.
Also, guess who has 70 feet of movement?
Sweet
70?
Jesus.
God bless. I don't think there's ever going to be an enemy that Chad cannot reach. The beholder's going to be 120 feet away. Like, I've got the advantage on these fools now. Igor's going to teleport. Chad's going to fly up to him. It's going to be stupid.
I haven't taken the dash action in a while, to be honest.
2 new wizard spells. God.
Both of them are gonna be comprehend languages.
I believe pure.
Such a good idea. If I learn comprehend languages 3 times, can I cast it as a cantrip, Nathaniel?
What?
So
Say that again?
You heard me.
No, I didn't. You say it again.
No.
Ooh.
So I'm going to say no.
Oh,
Good.
look at that. 6. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong level. I'm big dumb.
At 11th level, it would be a
Yeah,
real
what?
fun gun
11th level
What
is
is-
a
what does
fun
everyone
one.
get? What does everyone get at 11th level?
I get